No worries. Recording in progress. It is time. All right, let me peel open that calendar and see what we got up to last week. Yep, no Chelsea today, unfortunately, but she might be with us next week, but she's on a big dig, doing archaeology stuff. She's going down to the Temple of Doom and all of that. Okay. Last session. Oh, I gotta turn on music so that we have something to listen to here. All right. I think that'll do the job. Okay. Welcome back, everybody. We return to Themyscira and its recently installed Queen Niobe, having slayed the last queen of several hundred years of age. Niobe now sits on the throne of Themyscira. It's good to have friends in high places. You guys decided to get up to some stuff. You realized that your rogue disappeared on you, this Oculus fellow. Definitely had important stuff to get up to, without a doubt. Let's see. Gyasi went to the palace and went to dig through the Themysciran lore of Kalagamat and learned quite a bit. Learned of green dragons, learned of their intelligence, their cunning, their poison, so to speak. You learned that about 1,000 years ago, a young dragon by the same name was defeated by a Queen Hippolyta, one of the more famous queens of the Amazons. And lastly, learned that Argos seems to hold a number of draconic experts, a small but secretive band of individuals that are well versed in draconic lore. Maybe worth seeking out one day. Let's see. Silenos went to his new mentor, and over the next little while, learned the way of the Gloomstalker, learned to use his eyes to see into the Umbral a little more clearly, to lock his mind like an iron trap, and to hide and ambush from the shadows, and became a Gloomstalker, and also learned how to summon the beasts that he has claimed from the ethereal plane. So, a much stronger ranger now sits with you. What else? Ouroboros and Katara went to the Scalaean elven clan tribe, I should say, of Themyscira, and had a meeting with them. A couple of things were gained, the first of which was a number of powerful magical items were left at the disposal and of the two to be purchased. But more importantly, the Scalaean elves claimed to have met Ouroboros' mother, the giantess, the thief herself. She asked for information on Atlantis and how to infiltrate it, and in return, the Scalaean elves took her finger. She fled, and the elves turned that finger into a potion that might imitate some of her power. They passed this potion along to you, Ouroboros, in the interest that if you one day, and through the divinations, learn that you will have to betray one parent, either the mother or the father. Should you bring them the heart of your mother upon slaying her, they will make you more stronger than Hercules ever dreamed of. And lastly, Thalia got up to some pleasantries, shall we say. Stayed at the best bathhouse, hung out with some of the more finer things in life, educated her compadre Eryx into becoming a little bit more of a diplomat than just an Athenian soldier, and also had visions. Had visions one night of Aphrodite and took her through her journey and offered her championship, offered for her to be the champion of her cause, and Thalia accepted, gaining the mark of Aphrodite herself, and thus the first Demithots to have been fully pledged to a god and fully claimed as their champion to their cause. In the party anyway. Also, Silenos, or excuse me, Thalia still. Thalia was like, all right, let's figure out where Oculus went. And so she did. It seemed that he was hiding out on a different floor of the same immaculate and wonderful pleasure house and managed to make a geish work on him. He seems pretty well convinced that he ought to just do the work that he claimed to be doing in the first place. And now he seems to be set to the task of finding the drow as previously asked. And that is where we pick up today. So, it will take a little time for the rogue who has this power to manipulate fate into his favor. Even he will take some time to figure out where your enemies lie. So, you've already had 1 week of downtime. Let's toss another one in there, because that's what it's probably going to take. Is there anything else anyone wants to do, or do you simply wish to see Oculus's investigation come to a head? Thanos?
Yeah, I want to meet with the now Queen Niobe at some point, and yeah, arrange a meeting with her.
Easily done. You guys are basically given like she was like, I don't know, give them free reign to do whatever the fuck they want, is pretty much what she said at the beginning. So you stride into the palace, find her on her throne with like a number of Amazons talking to her from different tribes, and she's like rubbing her head, and she kind of like sees you and she goes, this will yes, I'm a very important ally to
Excuse me,
mediate with.
Queen, you are needed.
It can't be helped. I'll talk to you all later. She gets up and just sort of walks away and walks up to you, and all of the other Amazons are like kind of like frustratedly walk away, and she like kind of like puts her arm over your shoulder and like kind of like takes you away in one of the side rooms away from them. And she's like, I hate you guys so much for this.
Having fun?
No, I thought the boat was boring. This is okay. It's not boring, but it's something worse.
I can imagine. Uh, if
Can
anyone's
you?
stepped to
Can
the
you
task.
imagine to be the queen of the Amazons? Can you imagine, Silent? No, you can't.
No, I can't.
She like pours like a tall glass
Yeah,
of wine
yeah.
and
About
like
that, uh,
consideration.
I had a sort of proposition I wanted to put to you, and I guess maybe just talk to you about, given your status now. I remember
Uh-huh.
we had talked about establishing um, some cells of rangers across all of Greece. Uh, and
Oh, okay.
I was just wondering if I could help head that in any way for Themyscira, and then eventually have a force united when we're all needed.
Well, I'll tell you what, Silenos, it was a good proposition. If you want to start working on that, I can give you leave to talk to the oh, she's sort this is more me actually trying to remember.
So,
Hold up here. No, no, you're good. You're good. Um, which one is it? I think it's Lord Mechanics document. Yep, there it is. She'll say, all right, let me think. Like, yeah, absolutely. Um, like I've heard that there's like, I mean, you've got your thing, right? You're good at beasts. That's your discipline of ranger. Uh, we have our own way. So yeah, if you wanted to set up like, I don't know, conclaves or whatever, yeah, like I will give you leave to go talk to the Orient elves. The Valinor kind of are standoffish, a little, you know, but the Orient, I'd recommend talking to them. They're sort of the most Amazon-y of the Amazon Rangers. You could try talking to the Valinor tribe, and those two might be good to set up a conclave with, but they're Well, the Valinor specifically, they're the most elite rangers here, the most elite warriors amongst us. So we value rangers more than any hoplite bullshit. So yeah, the answer is yeah. If you want to go for it, go for it. Valinar's the most elite, Orion's the most broad. You pick who you want to associate with.
Perfect. Thank you. And I'll just pour a drink and I'll just be like, well, let's just hang out for a bit. Looks like you have a little bit of stuff on your hands.
Good. Good. And she'll like take her scimitar and she'll like stick it through the door to like lock the door and then like cheers you a cup and you
Already
deal
have one
maybe
pour or pass it to her. And then just
yeah, another one. She's like, good.
be like, I have to tell you about this kid I met. Uh, it
Right.
was weird. You would have loved her. And I'll just tell her about like Naomi's kids and stuff and the whole experience on the mountain and yeah, just talk with her.
Yeah, she'll start talking to you about that. She'll bring up yeah, you'll talk about the spooky drow kid. She'll be like, oh yeah, she's kind of weird. And yeah, you just shoot the shit and drink some wine until like literally the door's like shaking and they're like, Queen Niobe, we need to speak to you. But she's like, oh, okay, fine. Like fucking throws the glass at the wall and just like stomps over and pulls the weapon out. Uh, and she'll kind of give you a look of like thanks, I guess. A little snooty. And she'll walk out and be immersed in Amazonian politics and look quite glum about it, but will still hold up her responsibilities.
Great.
She'll like leave it at she'll be like, oh yeah, and Salanos, if you like, yeah, this Ranger Conclave thing, it's great, okay? If you want to get into a war, let me know. I could use some excitement.
Understood. Well, we're gonna try and avoid that, but I know if it comes to it, you'll have our back.
Don't try and avoid it. Let me know, especially if it's far, far away.
This is the best.
And she'll like, no, seriously, let me know. And then she'll walk away. And you can tell she's serious. She wants to go to war. Fantastic, fantastic. Anybody else have some stuff they want to do during the week?
Could I use my downtime to do like another, either like build contacts by going around with Oculus or doing like a religious service for the week?
Your choice. What would you like to do?
Mm,
Religious service. You won't be able to really accompany Oculus because he's going around talking to people and doing things and going off exploring. Religious service very much you stay somewhere and you let the people come to you and treat with them. But I would say that you could try and make contacts while traveling with him if you wanted to. But
yeah, I'll
either or,
keep,
your choice.
yeah, I'll just keep an eye on Oculus while I'm doing the contact thing.
Okay. Okay, a little carousing. Hmm. Okay, carousing. Okay. Well, he is going to be carousing around what class would he be carousing with? Lower class, criminals, laborers, mercenaries, townsguard. So he's going to be carousing among the lower class. These are not the people that you probably speak with much. These are criminals and laborers and mercenaries and guards and folk who probably frequent the cheapest taverns and cheapest establishments. These are sort of the low lives and the laborers. You might not be used to this, but this is where he's going. This is where he claims his contacts sit. Um, so if you wish to carouse with him and try and make some contacts amongst them, that'll be a 10 gold piece coverage fee
Okay.
for like food and drink and socializing and so on and so forth. Okay. All right. Give me a persuasion check.
Okay, I got a 12.
You got a 12 on your persuasion check. Are you sure?
Is that a failure?
There isn't a failure to this check. There's just a level of, there's like levels of success. There's no failure to this one, though, in particular.
And I'll just
You can add your
use a
favor
luck
by the
point,
gods or a luck point. Yeah, there you go.
which, by the way, I just ended up getting lucky because,
Because you have luck points.
yeah. It's
Yeah,
better.
all right.
27.
Okay, you will go from making one allied contact to 3. So as your Oculus is doing his work, he's talking to people here and there and having shady conversations in the corner. You're keeping an eye on him and you're sort of laughing in the seats and carousing with these people. And you have like large groups of people around yourself, like fawning over you and buying you drinks and wanting to hear about your adventures and talking to you, and all the while trying to keep an eye on Oculus. Successfully, though, as he does not seem um, as willing to tear you too far from you. He's charmed by you and he really likes you. He doesn't want to disappoint you. But maybe once or twice he kind of disappears on you and then comes back rubbing his head. And that maybe is only like the first day or two. And then he kind of starts to understand that something's going on and maybe he needs to just do his work. But nonetheless, so he stays with you, he does his work, and you're going to make 3 allied contacts. So please, in the allied section of your sheet, or wherever is best for you, mark down 3 allied contacts, lower class Themyscira.
Okay.
So how this essentially works, Thalia, is if ever these 3 people, whoever they may be, are really, really cool with you, close with you, and would be willing to do a favor for you. So if you require information, if you require a favor, if you require something to be done by a friend, if you want to meet someone and they can try and get you in touch with them, you could say, hey, DM, can I use one of my allied contacts to try and ... And they'll be willing to do a favor for you within reason.
Okay.
Yeah. They're not willing to die for you,
Mhm.
basically. But they're willing to do you a solid favor. So keep that in mind. Good stuff. Keep in mind you can only have as many allied contacts as you have. I think it's charisma modifier. And I think you've got a +5, so 1 plus charisma modifier. So you can have 6 total allied contacts across the known world.
I already have 3 in Athens.
So you'll have 6, which will be your maximum possible allied contacts. So you're good. But that is your maximum number. If you ever want to do this again, you can. And if you get more allied contacts, you'll just have to subtract from your other ones, if that makes sense.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, cool. So you're capped out, but you're good for now. And no complications. So good stuff.
Cool.
Fantastic. Cool. Is there anything else anyone else wants to do during the week?
Yeah, there is. Gyasi has every intention of running a con game on some of the Amazons. I'm certain
Oh,
that
fuck.
they do the foot race thing. You saw it in Wonder Woman. Yeah.
Yeah. They have they absolutely have athletic trials for youth and older. Absolutely.
And it'll be one of those. It's a shame that you're not fast. To whomever the winner is.
It's true. It's a real shame. I trained so very hard, but she's simply faster than I am. It's not fair. The gods didn't bless me with speed like her. What did I ever do to not deserve such speed?
Well, perhaps you should challenge her by proxy. I could run in your stead.
You run for me?
Sure, why not?
wouldn't that be sort of, I don't know, against wouldn't that be sort of this, I don't know. Are you sure? Is that a good idea?
Well, she would look really foolish if she lost. I'm a man after all.
It's true, you are a man. And ev- okay. Okay, go ahead and roll me a persuasion check. I hit shit talking anyone, okay?
Yeah. 17.
17. Okay, let's see. She goes, okay, well, maybe in the meantime, while I'm learning to get faster, if you think you're faster than her, then at least you can make her look really stupid.
I could certainly do that.
Okay. Um, so yeah, you'll go to whoever that winner is, and that Amazon was like, you may be faster than me, but I bet you can't outpace this creature, this man creature. And they're all like, ooh, those, we'll see if she's willing. With you there for help. That Amazon woman goes, tell me, cat, man, person, why should I race you?
Well, I've got 50 gold coins that says that I'm faster than you.
Ooh, there you go. 50 gold? I'll have your gold. Well, we'll go ahead and roll I'll say roll a persuasion check. You'll have advantage because the Amazon you persuaded is helping you now. Or deception, I'll give you either, whichever one you want.
That boils down to the same. That's a 14.
14.
I do
She goes,
not hustle
ha!
pool well. I'm just better off actually just stealing their money.
Yeah. I'll take your money. So here's what we'll say, Gyasi. Why don't we treat this downtime as sort of like a gambling downtime,
Okay,
basically?
sure.
Um, yeah, I'm gonna modify it, but it's gonna be sort of a gambling. So it's up to you. As you spend the week sort of like amping up this like race, like you'll take on all of these winners and like, by proxy. You can choose how much you want to stake on it. You can choose between 10 gold or 1,000 gold pieces as you see fit. You wish to gamble 50?
If I can open it up, I'll actually go 250.
Absolutely. 250's on the table. You make it a big deal. There's gonna be this big race that happens into the week. People are all sort of figuring out what, like, getting really enthused about it. Okay, I'm gonna require 3 checks from you. You already rolled your deception. You already rolled your persuasion/deception. Um, I'll accept. I'll let you pick. Do you want to stick with the persuasion roll you have, or do you want to roll one more time and take that instead, regardless of? It's not like triple advantage, but it's like, would you like to take the 14, or would you like to roll once more and take that instead?
I'll keep the 14. I'm not a
Okay,
I'm not a I'm not a charisma cat.
fair enough. So 14. Um. Okay. I don't think there's any issue about whether you're going to win or lose. You're fucking
I
you.
I
So I'm not. Yeah,
I'm a child of Hermes engaging people in a foot race that they don't realize who they're engaged with.
exactly. I'm not worried about you actually winning or losing. You're gonna win. Um, so I'll say the next check is next check's an insight to find the right people who have the money and, you know, the pride and whatever to sort of fleece those people instead of the poor people?
No, I pretty much only get the poor people. That'll be a 5.
Understood, a 5. And last but not least, no, not that. Not that. I gave you the choice for that one. We're not, yeah, we're not doing investigation. And the last one I think is going to be an intimidation check to sort of wade off those people who maybe are on to you. Like if someone's like, I don't think I know about this, you kind of tell them to fuck off basically and not fuck up your what you're doing here.
Well, that'll be an 11.
Okay. So, okay, here's what happens. Now I'm going to roll and generate the DCs. I should have done it first, but I'm going to do it now. Okay.
World's worst
Oh boy.
con man.
Yeah, so, you know, you're trying to like accrue this thing and you're like, and it's going well the first day where like, you know, just the initial pride, they're like, I'll take your challenge, like bring it on, whatever. And the next day, like you find yourself having a lot of trouble trying to make this happen as people are like, whoa, 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 whoa. Isn't this guy a demigod? Didn't he slay the monster atop the mountain? How fast is this guy? Like, we should come on, what's going on? And then people start, and you know, the people you're trying to intimidate to be like, hey, shut your mouth, don't tell anybody. They're like, fuck off, man. And they tell people stories that they heard from a certain green rogue about how fast you are and how you're so fast that you made it all the way from the docks of Themyscira to the top of the mountain in less than an hour. And you're trying to persuade people to come and race, and you're trying to figure out who's gullible enough, but everyone is like, no, no, no. And then on the last day, um, about 3 people agree. 3 like pretty slow people agree, and you're like, oh, okay, great. And they put money in the pot and everything, and you're like, all right, and all the Amazons are like standing around watching. And you go to race, and you know, you're flying across the course, like super speeding. You're like, ha, fuck all of you guys. You're going around the course really, really fast. And you leave the Amazons in the dust as they go charging off. They're fast, but not even close to as you. And as you get to the end of the race, you see that they're already past the finish line. You're like, what the fuck? That's not fair. And they all start like going at you, and they're like, oh, and your boots are very fair. All right. And eventually, essentially, what happens is, unfortunately, you don't succeed the DC checks. You lose your money in the bet. And they won't really take no as an answer. And you accrue a debt equal to the amount. So you lose 250 gold pieces, unfortunately.
That's okay.
All right. I'm sorry to say. Okay, that is Gyasi's week. Unfortunately, an unsuccessful gambit. Thalia has accrued allies. What about Ouroboros and Silenos as well? You had your one conversation with Niobe, but you still have the full week if you want to do stuff. Is there anything that you two would like to do?
I think that I would like to try to make some money. So I'm gonna I don't know how I could make money. I don't know if there's strength competitions or maybe, you know, a little brawling to be done.
Little Brolin?
Many things that you
I'll tell you what. Make me a persuasion check to see if you can convince any of the Amazons to allow you to basically pit fight with them.
Okay.
Thank you, honey. You don't worry about that.
Persuasion check, Ouroboros?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even hear you say that. What kind of check?
Persuasion check.
Persuasion. You got it. 11?
An 11. Let me see how much they like you. They go. They let you fight. They let you fight. You aided the queen. You took down the monster on top of the mountain. But this form of pit fighting is less like we can beat you or you can beat us, and it's more of a display of athleticism, if that makes sense. But nonetheless, it is pit fighting, but it is more sort of entertainment value than anything else. So, let's get to it. All right. We must make a series of checks. No complications. All right. I'm gonna need you to make me 3 checks, Ouroboros. You ready?
Yes.
First and foremost, I need an athletics check.
Okay.
Where are the dice? Where did the
Jesus
dice go?
fucking Christ. That'll be a natural 1 for 16.
A 16, huh? Still pretty good for a natural one. 16 more natural one. Okay. Hang on. Okay. So I'm just getting my DCs out of the way. You struggle athletically and you find yourself opposed by these women, and your athleticism, your strength is undoubtedly beyond their skill. But a couple of them surprise you. There's a couple of incredibly tough women in here. And you find yourself coming up against this like super brawn, strong Valinar woman, who you find yourself in like a really tough match with, where her dexterity is unexpected, and in a straight up athletic competition, it's very, 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 very close, but you just barely managed to take the win on a technicality.
Ooh.
She almost got you.
Nice.
Okay. Next is the acrobatics check. I need an acrobatics check.
Well, shit. I'll use inspiration.
Okay.
A little better. Not much though. 13.
13. Unfortunately, my friend, you take the cake in the strength competition with these Amazons, but they are far your superior in dexterity. You find yourself you're doing these like strength-based competitions and you're doing just fine and you win in the sort of melee, and then you find yourself trying to defeat them in an acrobatic challenge. And unfortunately, their dexterity, their speed, their ranged abilities exceed yours, and you find yourself defeated in the second match.
Mm.
As for the third, this is a test of endurance. It's a special constitution check. I need you to roll me. I want you to roll me a d12 plus a d20 plus your con modifier.
A D12 plus a D20 plus my con mod.
That's right. Because you have a d12 hit dice.
Got it.
So,
So that's plus 11 to what I roll.
got it.
So that is 22 plus 11. That is 33.
Fuck shit. You found yourself defeated in the acrobatics competition. But as the last fight comes along, what really ends up saving you at the end of the day, this woman is like, it's a different woman than defeated you in sort of the second fight. But this woman she's fast on her feet. She keeps her distance from you. She keeps riddling you with arrows, but you manage to pull through and grit your jaw. And by the end of the fight, you maybe have 20 arrows sticking out of your body and a number of slash wounds across your body. But you sort of beat her as she attempts to defeat you through attrition, but you have far more stamina and physical endurance than she could have possibly expected, and you managed to take the win on the second fight, or the third fight.
Ooh.
2 wins, 1 loss. You are the proud owner of 100 gold pieces, my friend.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay. And with that, Ouroboros, I'm gonna say that you earn some respect among the fighters here, among these Amazons here. You managed to defeat a Valinor warrior, which rubs some people the wrong way, but other people, they're like, okay, we see your strength. We see that you did well. And they also sort of got their kicks and their enjoyment out of defeating you with their own acrobatic skill, but could certainly respect your constitution. And you make some friends amongst the warriors here, if one could truly be a friend with an Amazon, of your sort of persuasion, shall we say.
Mm-hmm.
But well done. Last but not least, Silenos.
Yes, sir. I think I want to seek out at the Valinor.
Okay. You make your way to the Valinor tribe that does reside within the city limits. There is this tower. It has grassland near towards it, but it is this large spired tower. It's one of the more ancient buildings, windowless and tall, near toward the center of the city where the palace is. You find your way in there and you see it looks somewhere between like a garrison fortress and a hunting lodge. And maybe even like a touch of dojo in there, just like a bare touch, in the sense that there are the place is dedicated to martial skill. There is hunting trophies hung upon the walls. There are weapons hung from the walls. There are sort of representations of fallen warriors. There are dueling mats. There are targets. And there are plenty of very, very strong elven warriors in here, all wielding the Revenant Scimitar, staple of the Valinor, but many are skilled archers as well. And you find yourself walking within. As you wish to seek out a conclave, word has already been sent by the Queen, and you're going to find yourself treating with the matron of the Valinor tribe. An audience not many men get. You find yourself walking up to this woman. She is an elf, but she has a triple scar sort of down her cheek across her jawbone. She has sort of like I'm trying to figure out how to describe it. It's sort of like a dreaded mohawk that goes down the back of her head and goes down to about her waistline. She is strong looking for an elf. Elves are usually very lithe, very dexterous-looking creatures. This individual is strong, a strong woman, and she has piercing, volatile green eyes. And as she walks through, her very look seems to level any other elf who maybe walks by. You find yourself sitting, speaking to. Her name is Eupolos. Matriarch Eupolis is her name. She walks with a grace, but a swagger, a confidence of her ability and an authority. And she sits upon this sort of, it's not a throne by any means, but draped with sort of furred hides of whatever hunt she may have completed, sort of sits across it and sort of looks at you, and waits for you to speak.
Okay. Yeah, just as a note, I think right before I went in, I want to summon the ex-queen's jaguar. Have it walk in with
You
me.
summon it. Absolutely, you summon it. It looks just the same as it did before, maybe a couple of those spots a little more sleek, but certainly sort of aligned with these subtle, maybe even glowing runes that mark it to be something of almost like a holy creature now, some sort of holy supernatural entity. So you walk in with it at your side. It is loyal to you per its summoning, whether by fear or love, but probably fear. And sort of like prowls around and looks around as it walks with you. The sort of rolling of the shoulders, the liquid metal muscles of this creature, large, and it approaches with you and sort of like lays down at your feet and looks daggers at this Valinar matriarch defensively of you. She goes, Bring the pet of our slain queen.
Merely a showing of abilities, which I follow up with a proposition.
All right. Speak your proposition.
With the blessing of now Queen Niobe, daughter of Ares, defender of Olympus, I come to seek your help in setting up a chapter of rangers to defend Themyscira and its threats, but also the threats of Greece on behalf of Olympus, and a sort of uniting of forces across all of Greece.
Huh. You do know that we are the finest rangers that any Greek or known world land has ever seen. None match the Amazons in power and strength of the ranger conclaves. You're right. The rangers always have been scattered. Why should we lend our aid to other hunters of other lands?
I suppose that choice is yours. However, given the state of Greece, and what I imagine will soon be Themyscira, should the rest fall, I think that unity is necessary, not only for advancement of forces, but also for survival. It is your choice, but no matter how many Amazons you have, you can't fight the rest of the world with no one by your side.
This is what the Amazons have done since the start of time. And you must know we Valinar care little of the known world more than its loyalty to Themyscira. But our queen commands respect for you. You do indeed come with the spirit of our queen's most prized companion. Your strength as a ranger is not in question. I wonder. Find a reason to care, you say? I want you to make me a persuasion check, Salanos.
Uh, 12 plus 6, 18.
18. She says, I admit I have never taken an audience with a man before. So I hope this speaks to my respect for your abilities, Ranger. I have many Valinar who saw you fight in our Queen's throne room. With that said, it may be prudent to see what you accomplish first. You see, you come to the strongest of the Rangers first. A fine move on your part if you can manage it. What exactly would you ask of us?
I would simply ask for a force to be willing to be called upon. Did Greece or Olympus or both need it at time? And in return, Hera will also receive protection and offers from the rest.
Do you look around at Themyscira and see that we need protection? Do you
Give
look
it-
at the Valinar and
Yeah.
see weakness?
I don't know, I haven't seen fighting. However, it will
You see,
soon.
you're going, sorry.
No, it's okay. It will see you soon. Or is on your doorstep. And I hope you don't try and persuade your way out of it this time.
You see, like, whatever warriors are in the room who are sort of hanging about listening to the conversation, sort of like, some look ferocious at that sort of sentiment. Others look with amusement at one another. I want you to make I want you to make another persuasion check for that comment and see, or an intimidation check, either one, as you're sort of challenging her authority and her valor.
Eight.
What'd you get?
8. 2 on the dice.
She says, "Oh, you do not see valor. That there has been no fighting. That we are strong, but we have not used it. I'll show you strength." She stands up. Roll initiative.
All right.
Shit, I gotta find a stat block quick.
Now that Silenos has 2 fucking animals in his pack, pretty much any fight he gets into, he's jumping motherfuckers. So
I got homies.
you got gang with you.
Okay. And last I need Uh, okay, cool. I think I'm figured out on my end. What'd you get?
Sorry. 17. Should've thought
You'll go first. She stands up and takes the blade from the side, sort of lunges at you, and you know what's going on. You know what's going on from the weight of her words before anything else. What do you do?
Okay. I'll dive out of the way, as
Okay,
she's coming over.
sure.
I will draw an arrow, and I will shoot it at her, hamstring.
Okay. Do a trip attack.
I don't have to attack. No, I'm just gonna
Oh, okay,
just
okay.
flip over.
Gotcha. Non-lethal attack. I think
Just to
yeah,
kind
I
of like
get you.
end him here, or like slow her down. Um,
Understood.
so yeah, so I'll shoot her in the hamstring.
Go
I'll
for
like,
it.
okay, yeah. I'll do sharpshooter. Actually, no, I won't. No, I won't.
Fantastic. Okay.
That's a 14. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out if it's going to roll 20 or not. That was a 14 to hit. That's probably a miss.
It does. You shoot at her foot. Her leg is like already up in the air before the shot goes off, and it misses and it hits the floor.
Okay. And then as I kind of dive out of the way one way, I will like, because now that I've tried ambusher, I have 10 more feet of movement in the first round. I'm gonna like literally run circles around her. In the first,
Okay.
same thing. I'll try and shoot the scimitar out of her hand with a disarming attack.
Go for it.
22 to hit, AC 17 strength saving throw.
You shoot her in the forearm. It goes right through her armor, and she loosens her grip, but she still holds on to it. Unfortunately, she succeeded her saving throw, but still roll damage. You get the extra D8.
All right. Plus 8. So 9 plus 4, so 13 damage.
13 damage, understood.
And then because of Dread Ambusher, one more attack plus a D8 to that.
That's right. Hell yeah.
So I'll make my last one. Or actually, you know what? If I'm in like a good position where she's not immediately in arm's reach, can I hold that attack just to see if she keeps advancing?
Oh,
Like,
she'll
and
keep advancing. You have no question.
okay. All
You
right.
can if you wish, but
No,
gonna...
no worries. No worries. Then I'll shoot her in the thigh, the other leg that I wasn't trying to shoot for.
Go. Absolutely, go for it.
19 to hit.
A 19 will hit. Roll damage. Plus that D8 because you're a Dread Ambusher.
All right. So that is 7 plus 7, 14 damage.
All right.
And then
Yeah, you shooting her leg.
fuck it. I'm actually gonna action surge. Take 2 more shots at her.
Okay, go for it.
$20 to hit.
20 will hit. Roll damage.
7 more damage. And
7
then
more damage.
last one, I'll do a sharpshooter, and I'm gonna aim actually like in her chest, trying to puncture her lung or something.
Damn. Okay. I guess
25.
you're the matriarch of the Valinor now. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, you hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
8 plus 10, 18 on that last shot.
18 damage. God damn. So this woman stands up with her weapon. You like roll back off your chair and like equip your bow. And as you come into like the standing position on the rollback, you just shoot like 5 arrows immediately. One, she gets her foot up for the first one, maybe expecting you had like 1 or 2 shots in you. She gets her leg up and it's a distraction. You shoot her in the arm and she's holding on to that. 3 more arrows just like lance into her chest. And is there anything else?
Yeah, as I kind of pepper her with that last shot, I'll just say we can really do this. You'll suffer the same fate as your late queen. I seek.
Make me an intimidation. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No. I'm just gonna say, I seek allyship, not animosity. If it's what you chose, if it's what you choose, then you can have it.
Make me an intimidation check regardless. I'm going to give you advantage. And I'll tell you why in a hot minute.
That helps. First one was a 9. 17. Better.
17. Okay. Is there anything else for your turn?
No, sir. I'll get my jaguar to kind of stand behind me, like teeth bared, and I will just stand and await kind of her attack.
Understood. Understood. Okay. Just looking at all her good stuff she's got here. Yeah, sure, why not?
Can I say last thing? Just free object action. Draw the scimitar and my shield.
Okay.
Or I don't know if I can do that.
So it's a bit much. You can put the bow away in preparation to draw the scimitar next turn if you want, though.
Okay, yeah, I just want to be drawing the scimitar.
Yeah, you put the bow away and you bring your hand back to draw the scimitar. Next turn, you'll be able to draw it. She, in this moment, sort of, like, with all the arrows, looks down and looks at you with just sort of like, look, and all the Amazons in the room are, like, shocked at this display of, like, combat, ranger, archery, fucking skill. She looks down at all the arrows in her, and she sort of does this with her arm, and she like snaps all 3 arrows and sort of grunts, and then just sort of lunges across the room, kicks off of the chair that you're on, jumps through the air with her dual-bladed scimitar. She's going to use Huntress Strike to grant herself advantage. That'll be... that'll be 23 to hit.
Yeah, hits.
Blade comes down, and she just like across your sword arm, just like strikes you here, carves down your shoulder and halfway down your arm, and sends like this horrible nerve pain down your arm. As she like knew what she was doing as she slashed you, and you feel your arm go numb for a second. You're gonna have disadvantage on your next attack, whatever it may be. And then she's going to bonus action, turn around with the blade and strike again. I'm going to do the damage in the end here. I'm just going to get all these out of the way. The last one was, I believe it was 18 to hit.
AC is 20. Or 19, because I don't have the sword in my hand yet, but AC is 19 without it.
19. So 18, you just managed to like, just barely, like she goes for the other arm, and you manage to like pull back enough that the thick armor on your chest manages to just like catch the blade in time. But you will still take the damage from the first strike. It's gonna be 14 damage. And as she gets like one slash into you, she kind of pulls the blade back, or she kind of like has the blade sort of positioned there, ready to like continue combat. But she will say, "How did you do that? How did you shoot 5 arrows before I even grabbed my sword?"
I'm the son of Artemis. I've trained all my life with my companions, your current queen. I seek to share the knowledge with the lands to hope that it will bolster Amazons, not cripple them.
Because you are a demigod, not because you are a ranger.
I have many tricks, many learned prior to even knowing. Your anger is not with me, with the world.
She grits her teeth with the appearance of someone prepared to lunge once more, but a hand falls on her shoulder. You see another elven woman standing behind her, much more agile and sleek looking, but wearing but wearing fine silks, wearing like fine blue silks, and is um, a woman of beauty, but nonetheless seems to have martial skill about her by healed scars here and there across her body, blonde hair, but another elf of similar sort of matriarch age, but much more sort of gentle looking, if an Amazon could, shall I say. Um, uh, Ouroboros, she sort of calms but keeps her eyes trained on you. And this other woman, he looks past at you and sort of circles you. Looks at the jaguar, circles you, and she says, "We have seen masters of beasts in our time, and we have seen hoplites many, many times, for they have fallen to our blades. What you have done is not unsimilar to a hoplite, a fighter, a warrior. But something about you. You know something other rangers do not. This training I have never seen before. Am I wrong?"
No, and I'll reach back, grab a rope off of my pack. And I imagine the way that I do rope trick is similar to like people at the dock where they throw knots. So
Oh yeah, where they sort of
yeah, exactly. So I'll kind of
yeah.
like take it out, and then like I don't know if maybe like magic will kind of emanate from my hands into the rope, and then I'll throw it and up to the roof, and it'll just suspend, and I'll. There are many tricks that I wish to share with Olympus and with Greece, but we cannot do it if knowledge is kept from each other. We must fight together.
She I'll say make me another persuasion check. Big charisma times. I will say advantage because again, these new skills of yours are backing up your words.
18.
She looks at you, sort of looks at your clothes, sees the sort of um uh attention you've put into your suit, into your apparel to seem more camouflaged. She sees your posture. She turns back. Do you speak Elvish? You understand her words. She speaks in Elvish to Ouroboros and says, "This is the son of Artemis," so he says. "And he has, beyond that, skills of a ranger which I've never seen before. Something's changed with him this last week. We've saw the Beastmaster skills. I have met Beastmasters before. We know of the hunters and other conclaves, but this is different. This we need to know." Eupolos sort of scoffs and looks past you, Salanos, and says, "You have my respect, Ranger, in this house. And you have skills that we have not seen before. Bring to us an alliance, someone to ally with, and I will consider your proposal. For now, it is you asking for us. Bring another conclave who wishes to ally, and we will consider joining a conclave to yours."
Understood. Thank you for your consideration.
And she sort of, as the adrenaline wears off, sort of like, now looking pretty hurt, makes her way back to her seat and sort of sits down.
Yeah, I will.
And the, yep.
As I kind of like, same thing, relax the shoulders, I'll kind of wave my hand and cast a healing spirit at her throne so she can just sit, and they'll kind of like mend like whatever wounds on her thighs, on her chest.
Yep, these healing spirits sort of come forth and sort of begin to like lay their hands upon her before she knows what's going on, and those 3 sort of arrowheads are ejected from her chest. And she'll turn around and kind of look at you, level you with her eyes, and maybe wave away, sort of almost like the fussy warrior who doesn't want to be tended to the healing spirits, but nonetheless they provide some healing, and the gesture is appreciated. And you see the woman, the silked, lithe woman. She says, "Headstrong, but we have to be. Themyscira is our priority. But if Amazons know anything, it's fellowship, sisterhood, bringing us an ally to stand beside. And we Amazons will listen, if they're worthy."
Thank you for the assistance. I have
She
nothing
nods her
but
head.
respect for the Amazons and only wish to help, not as a parasitic leeching off of the resources and strength of Themyscira, but to aid it and reunite it with Greece for a better future.
War is easy. Peace is difficult. Good luck, Dark Warrior.
Thank you. And I'll kind of dismiss the rope trick, pull it down, tie it up, and have my leave.
Fair enough. You seem to have intrigued the Amazons, but they are a headstrong bunch. Hopefully you can find them a companion to fight along, as these Amazons always fight sister to sister's shoulder. Okay. Good stuff, Sanos. And I will say, I will call that the week. I will say, like, you know, getting alliances and finding your way into an audience with the matriarch and so on and so forth. Okay. Coming to the end of our week. You might all find yourselves on the ship. Different people are up to different things. Your allies are up to different things. Kyros pretty much trains the ship on how to swim. All of the crew members about how to swim. And he's like, you know, he's looking pretty happy with himself. But pretty much stays aboard the ship ever since he sort of declared himself a son of Hercules. He's been getting dagger eyes whenever he leaves the ship. So he's like, I'm going to stay here so I don't have to get lynched. I'm gonna just stay here and teach them how to swim. That's what I'm going to do with my time. Thetis grows more and more anxious as the days begin to pass, as she's doing her, her prayers and such. She just seems more anxious, a little more nervous almost, like people come around a corner and she's sort of like maybe I'm a little touchy. And especially you, Gyasi, she sort of every now and then will come to you with like urgency, and she'll say, "The says, you killed the thing on the mount. We killed the thing on the mountain. All know this. Olympus knows this. All know this. You've been seen. It's some. Just be careful. Just be very careful." And she speaks with you with a franticness of someone who feels something bad's going to happen, and that just gets worse and worse as the days go on. She grows more and more anxious.
I will tell her the story of what happens after you kill a Titan. You meet another Titan, and they destroy your ship while you're at sea. But you do get to surf on a really big wave first. So it's not all bad.
Is that a metaphor?
No.
Okay. Just be careful.
I will be as careful as I can be.
Okay. And she'll wander away. But she pretty much, maybe not daily, maybe every other day, or maybe like once a day or once every other day, she will come to you with growing franticness of like I don't know what's gonna happen, but just be careful. My visions have been of dark and of blood, of stone and of earth and darkness. Be cautious, be careful. And she just seems to have some feeling of impending doom that grows within her with her visions. Eloy has completely vanished, and if anyone goes looking for her, she's just writing a fury. She's like fully gone full hermit in her room, and there's papers scattered everywhere. And she's got like verses wrote on this page and on that, and there's an instrument over here, and she's in like a sort of a manic excitement, and she's just been like writing off everything. And she claims that her epic poem of the trials with Kalagamath and crossing the Aegean and the Propon and coming to the Amazonians, it is almost reached its end. She thinks she's got it. The muses will be pleased. And she continues her work. Niobe's not there anymore. She's enjoying being a queen, and by enjoying I mean not enjoying at all. And every time anyone talks to her, she's like, "Yeah, war fighting. Have you guys found the drow yet? Because I would love that." She seems super enthusiastic to get out of the palace. Peace is not suiting well with her. And Peleus, as always, remains idle. The dutiful warrior does not seem to do much more than sort of stay on the ship or wander the streets. He goes to the palace every now and then to speak to Niobe. And the two of them there's a weird tension between them now, as Niobe knows why Peleus visits, per his oath. But Peleus, by anybody's sight, seems satisfied with Niobe's rule, but nonetheless remains dutiful and ready to serve however he may. And at the end of the week, your last companion, Occulus, he gets some information. He sits down with you, Thalia, being his babysitter, it seems. He'll say, "All right, there is a lead I found. You see, I was talking to some friends, and they made some friends with these dark women. They kept calling them dark women, and naturally I had to investigate because we're looking for anyway. So I went to investigate, and I never found these women. Very tricky, very hard to find. So I went for a walk. I felt it was right. I go for a walk, and I found my foot falling through a hole in the mountainside past the forest. And within there was a cave. And I waited and I watched as I was told to by some of these huntress women. I that stay on topic. And I saw a couple of these drow that you call them coming in and out of these tunnels. Just they hunted and they came back with a slain creature. They returned down their hole. There was only two of them. And I didn't go in because I was alone. But I think I may have found your drow people. You said they're underground folk. Would be a good lead. Would be a good lead. I think I found your people. I think I've done it. I'm the best.
Excellent. Well, we'll have to confirm. So, how about you lead us there in the morning?
All right. I will lead you there in the morning. That will be a great fight to have. Do I get a reward for my great service? I have done such a good job.
You've already received your reward. It was a deal, recall.
Right. It was a deal that we made. Okay. Fantastic. So the deal is done. Yes?
Well, no, I mean, we need to confirm that this actually is it. Because we don't know.
Right. Of course. But Dahlia, you know I'd never disappoint you. We've been through so much these last 2 weeks, huh? I'd never disappoint you. I'm sure, I have no doubts, and things just kind of work out for me. I'm looking for this place. I found two drow. I have no doubt it's the place you seek. But if you must confirm, it will break my heart, because I know you won't trust me. But it's fine.
Yeah, excellent. So will we meet tomorrow morning with the party? And I'll tell them like when and where, I guess.
Okay. All right. So you find yourself ready to scout this cave that Oculus tells you about. You can all go to sleep. You wake up the next morning. You go for a little scout. I think I'm gonna change up the whole music situation here. What about this?
Something dark and creepy.
Yes, sir. How about dark caverns? Sounds like good. I'll get the screen share to go. And I'm gonna get rid of that because there's no reason for it to be here. Okay, fantastic. I'll begin dropping minis in a second, but I'm gonna screen share first. Jesus Christ. So, day comes. For whatever reason, Katara is a very, very busy individual. You rally the party with Oculus. So let me just toss them down. All right, Thalia, Silenos, Gyasi. Alex is still a part of this party, regardless, but she kind of always sat in the room, so that's how I've been playing it.
Could I ask some
yes.
buffs before going in?
Sure. Let me just lay down the rest of the Gyasi. Oculus is a mandatory NPC because he knows the way. Is there any NPCs anyone would like to bring?
I guess Kyros is good to have around, right?
Eros. Oh, I don't have Ouroboros. Where'd you go, buddy? There you are. Okay. If that is all.
No, I wanted to do those buffs.
I meant for the NPCs, but yeah, buff away.
I'll use motivational speech. Cast it 4th level, so it's. Oh wait, never mind. I just want to use the charge, and then I'll put.
Yeah, it's only a first level.
I'm gonna put freedom of movement on myself, and I want to call over Silenos and Ouroboros and twin cast Holy Weapon at 5th level.
How long do these last, by the way?
All 3 of them are an hour.
An hour. Wow. Okay. Okay. Anything else? Yeah, everybody make sure you're keeping track of this because I'm not.
And then yeah, I'll throw up an emboldening bond for and that one's only 10 minutes, but I'll put one up for Gyasi, Silenos, Ouroboros, Thalia, and Gyasi. Yeah. So
Alex looks miffed.
Yeah, well, she's been left out for a while. Yep, that's all.
Yeah, I may as well gift a alacrity myself, because why not?
So everyone can add 10 temp hit points. Or sorry, 5 temporary hit points to their.
So, just so I'm keeping track of my NPCs, Kuros has emboldening bond, yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
And I think with motivational speech, he can get in there as well.
Yeah, he gets the extra 5 temp. Very good.
Yeah, 5 creatures.
Got it. Fantastic. Anybody else? No. Okay. Oculus sort of a little annoyed at the sort of adventuring life. He's not a big adventurer. He's a little bit more of a man of refinery in the city. Goes traipsing through the forest again, and with the help of Katara, you guys make your way through. But for whatever reason, Katara is dealing with some very important business with the broken oracles. And you make your way through, and Oculus finds his way back to what looks almost like a sinkhole or a sort of a roof entrance to some sort of cavern. And he goes, "There it is, as promised."
Gyasi, mind popping in, seeing what you can
Oh,
see?
by
We'll hide.
all means.
I'm gonna hide over here, and I'll like tug on Silenus and the others to follow and hide while Gyasi's doing some recon.
Yeah, you guys just hang out up here, and you can hide if you wish, but it's got a rather large lip, so it's not terribly difficult to stay unseen, stealth or not.
Yeah, I want to hide just for the record.
Okay, whoever wants to actually enter stealth, roll a stealth check.
Can I just go with Gyasi and pass the trace stuff?
Sure.
I'll just be like, Captain, think I can help here.
Okay. By all means.
I got a 22 on my stealth to just hide outside.
Okay, you're very well hidden outside. Everyone else, I guess, supposedly just hangs
30.
back. Thalia's in the bush. You're going forward. Oculus says, "Good. I do not have to do anything. You have two very stealthy people. I can just stay out here. Very good for me." And he just kind of hangs out underneath the shade of a tree. Sanos and Gyasi, those stealth checks again, please, sir.
26.
35.
Very nice. Okay. Okay, you enter stealth. You jump up on the lip. You look down and you see a sort of watery, cavernous interior down below. The sun leaking in is providing dim light for the most part, but dark vision will cover that. You jump in?
Yeah, might as well.
All right. Well, you can fly, so you're not an issue. How do you... you have climb speed, right, Salanos? Yeah, so without issue, you'll be able to descend quietly, and Gyasi can just sort of flutter down on his winged boots. You guys make it into the caverns. Scouting mission has begun. So with that, music change.
Just a question before we do this. Would I have got a
Sure.
short rest from after the
You got a
downtime?
long rest.
Or yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry, long rest. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. You're good. This is a wet cavern. Okay, you guys sort of jump into the hole to see what you see. Incredible. God damn, sorry, it's a little hard to get a perspective here. Yeah, you find yourself in this small, wet, cavernous interior space. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for top down. That's probably the way to go. Find yourself looking into this cavernous space, my friends.
Uh, any signs of people moving through the landed area here underneath the entrance?
Make a perception check. Or investigation, your choice.
The help action. I won't roll.
Oh, it will
Sure.
be investigation and twice on Tuesday. That'll be a 24 for investigation.
24, you turn around and you look at the wall. It's not terribly obvious, Gyasi, as it is stone, but you do see like a clear path in and out, and you also see dried blood across some of the rocks. True to Oculus's description, it does look like somebody, probably very dexterous, climbed their way up and then probably tossed some meat down and then went on their way. So yes, traffic, absolutely.
I'll message point through the stone message. Wait, can I? Or is that something that gets blocked with message?
No, I think you can. I think it's just the range that is the The range and the direction of your pointing. That is the important pieces.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
what
I
do you
think so. I think you're
guys-
good.
What do you guys see in there?
It's a small cavern with a lot of water. There may be some branches that kind of go in some different directions. Um,
Um,
we need to
Mhm.
fan out a little bit and take a little bit more in-depth look.
okay.
There isn't anything immediately dangerous that I can see.
And I'll message back. All right, should we tag along or?
Uh, give
wait?
us just a couple of minutes.
Okay, well, hang tight.
I've, I'm gonna head. If you kind of look at where we are, straight across there's like a little perched flat spot. I don't know if it's an actual flat
Yeah.
spot or if it's just a pillar that got chopped off. But I want to kind of scoot over there so I can look maybe up that little hole
Got
to
it.
to the north.
Do you mean over here?
Yeah, yeah. I
This
want
flat
to.
spot?
Yeah.
Okay. You fly across quietly and as stealthily as a cat. Touch down, extra quiet. You make your way over to the edge to try and get a better view of things. Maybe a perception check. And your dark vision range is 60, I believe.
120.
120. Oh, yeah, yeah. And it's not even. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, what'd you get?
An 11.
11, you say.
Yeah.
There's something in the water. You don't know what it is, but just barely at the edge of your sight, you see ripples, rather large ripples in the water.
I'll message just Silenos. There's something in the water. Uh, and then I'll send something up to Dahlia that there's something in the water and it's kind of big. Not sure what it is, but it's definitely here.
Yeah, with that, I'll can I go like laterally across the rocks?
Yeah, you're a skilled climber as you have the climb speed. So if you wanted to sort of like climb along the walls, you absolutely could. Which way did you want to go? Like, how did you want to
Uh,
laterally climb?
my character's left right now. Yeah, that direction. And
Like across this wall?
no, sorry, opposite way.
Opposite. Got it. Okay, yeah. You start climbing very silently. Pretty much some Batman, Spider-Man shit, just sort of like across the wall, like perfectly stealthy rock climbing. You make your way across the wall. How far do you want to go? Where are you going?
Does it look like there's anywhere I could like stand on? Or can I look at that
Um,
statue as I go past?
look at what, sorry?
Or it looks like, is there something that I would have just went over? Looks like that.
Nothing. You could have stood on one of these like little rocks here if you wanted to.
Okay. Yeah, maybe I'll kind of drop down quietly, and I'll, um, frick. Yeah, I'll look into the water. But I
Okay.
also just want to make a note to look behind me towards that where there looks like there's a little inlet.
Got it. Make me a perception check. You will have a disadvantage because the actual water itself is making light obscurity. It's hard to see only so deep.
Uh, 18.
18. You look into the water. You look deep into it, your umbral sight piercing the darkness. It's not too deep. It's only about 15, 20 feet of water. But nonetheless, you see something under the water moving very slow, this large body. It looks like kind of like a massive frog-like creature. It does have a sort of tentacle off the top of its head, a short one. It has four, two to each shoulder, much longer tentacles that sort of wave and move it through the water and sort of wrap around things in the water and pull it through the water rather than actually flap. And it just sort of moves its giant body through the water very slowly. You see this huge creature under the surface, barely under the surface.
I cast fear on it.
Okay, wisdom save.
Yep.
What does fear do as it takes hold?
Yeah. Project a phantasmal image of a creature's worst fears. Each creature in a 30-foot cone must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or drop whatever it's holding and become frightened for the duration. While frightened, creature must take the dash action and move away from you by the fastest available route on each of its turns, unless there's nowhere to move. If creature ends its turn in a location where it doesn't have line of sight to you, the creature can make a wisdom save. On a successful save, that ends.
Suddenly this creature just stops moving as if in shock for like 2 seconds, and then it bursts out of the water in a direction away from you, definitely in like a panicked run of terror. You see this huge creature crest the surface of the water and stomp and tear across the water desperately, smashing through stalagmites and stalactites, desperately trying to get to the other edge of the cave, pushes itself against the other end of the cave and holds itself there in terror of you. I will send a picture to the group chat if anyone wants to see what this monster looks like.
Blimey, it's a monster.
That's scary.
Oh, that's
Don't like
from
it.
Monsters Inc.
Damn straight. Actually, I'm gonna say, um, which is my mistake. Two of them, in fact, not one but two. Unintentionally, you hit another one with your spell. They're apparently like right next to each other, and two of them would have burst from the water and like thrown themselves up against the wall in terror and fear of you, and just sort of hold there, shaking, and like pushing themselves up against the wall as tightly as they can. Oh, where are you going? Where are you going?
Okay. I'll just. You know when you like awkwardly whisper yell, but you're
Yeah,
like
you're like,
some.
come on over here.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll do that. Uh, across the cave to Gyasi. Um,
And to be clear, you're not in stealth anymore. As you cast the spell, you revealed your location, and they see you, and they're scared of you.
yeah.
Cool.
Captain, this won't last for long. We have to figure out something to do.
I'll message Thalia and say, bring everybody. There's things
Okay.
I was
Uh,
on mute the whole time. My bad.
mhm.
So I said that I'll rally the troops and go in the cave. Yeah.
All right. You all, skillfully or not, descend the cave. How long does this last, Silenos?
Up to 1 minute. So like when I said to Gyasi, like they have to come quick, like just convey that message for everyone to come on in quick.
All right, so here's what I'll say. Some here are good climbers, others are not. Silenos, you're the best. Gyasi, you can fly. The rest of the troops, maybe with the exception of Kyros and Ouroboros, are not great climbers. And take a hot minute to get down.
I can fly.
You can.
So I'll turn on my wings, I suppose.
All right. Yep. You turn on your wings and you flutter down. How do I turn you into an angel? There we go. Very cool. Kyros just probably 3-point lands. I'm sure Ouroboros does the same thing. The rogue, with a fair amount of acrobatic skill, gets down there. And last but not least, oh god, where did she? Oh, did I delete her sheet? Fuck. Alex gets down there. I'm gonna say she uses like a misty step or something, and she appears down at the bottom. Incredible. You all appear at the bottom. You all see these creatures sort of shaking in fear at the corner of the room. What do you all do next? And I'm gonna say you guys have like maybe 2 rounds to do stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just, as everyone comes, I'll just say, we have to figure out something to do. We haven't explored fully, but these things were hiding in the water. We have to figure out something. And I'll turn to everyone else.
Do
I'm
these
sorry. Go ahead.
do these creatures look intelligent?
Make an insight check.
Funny.
20? No, they look dumb as stones. They're like quivering in the corner like scared children, and you don't sense much intelligence from these creatures.
Okay. I say we slaughter the monsters and move on.
Cold-blooded.
We are at
Immediately,
war.
More, but I think
immediately we brought a son to Hercules. That's sort of his area of expertise.
At this point, the fear ends, and these creatures turn with malice. Let's roll initiative.
Well, so much for sneaking in.
Everyone be very stealthy. Oh, the fur. Ah! No, it's fine.
what am I
That's
supposed to
fine.
do? Those things are gonna fuck us up.
No, you were. It's fair enough, man.
Hey, you bought us some time. Yeah, I thought it worked.
Yeah, I thought it was a good move. Oh my god, initiatives. All right. All right, then. Hold up some stat blocks. Oculus Sand. Gyros. Oh, that's it. Oh yeah, I gotta do fucking Alex. Sweet. I think I'm good to go. All right, 25 to 20. 20 to 15.
19.
19. What about 15 to 10?
15.
15. Okay, what about
Sorry. 13.
15.
both got 13?
15. Same as Gyasi.
Oh, 15. You're up there with Gyasi. Okay. And what did you get, Ouroboros?
I got a 13.
13. Gyasi, Salinos, who wants to go first?
Salanos goes first. He's the one who's visible.
Fair enough.
Cool.
And then, okay, we'll see who goes next after. 15 to 10. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to leave Oculus before you, Ouroboros, just to split up the NPCs. And then it's the rest of them are my people. Man, fuck, they got the end of the initiative? God damn. So, it makes sense. Silas, you're like, I can't hold it much longer! And you're all ready to go when the fear ends. Thalia, you're first up to bat. You are in the middle of your celestial form. What do you wish to do?
Well, I am going to.
I guess you could be like in flight.
Could try my new
Power word kill.
cool spell.
Cool.
So I'm going to start casting a spell, and they need to make a dex saving throw.
Both of them?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It's an 18.
Oops. Understood. One rolls a 14, one rolls a 4.
Oh, they're both gonna take 10d8 lightning damage.
Oh, we're doing a little chain lightning? Is that what it is?
44, yeah.
44 damage each. That's funny that you picked that spell. Or that you
Why?
picked that. Anyway, I'll tell you in a second here. I just gotta get their numbers in. And then I'll tell you what happens. 44?
Yeah, 4, correct.
Okay. You put your hand out and you blast lightning off and it hits one and then bounces off of it and hits the other. And all of them sort of like, they completely seize and all of their body limbs go like straight. And they begin to steam after the lightning courses through them. And you see them sort of move over and shake. One actually vomits. And you get the sense that they are fairly susceptible to lightning. It seems to be that they have been debilitated by lightning coursing through their veins. They're not doing too good because of that.
Sweet. That
Yep.
was my. Oh, and they also, or one of them will take an extra 14 radiant damage.
All right, we'll say that one does. Little lightning pop through it. Good job.
And then.
Is there anything else? Movement?
Well, I have a bonus action. Who's next in initiative?
Salinos.
Silenos. Stick it to him, Silenos, and I'll like give him a wink and bardic expiration or inspiration.
You get a bardic expiration, Salinos. You feel your life drain from you.
No. Inspiration.
Wow.
I like it. Bardic expiration. That should totally be an ability of some kind. Incredible. Bardic inspiration.
It gives you
Salinos.
disadvantage instead of advantage.
I know. That's what I'm thinking. It should be like disadvantage. Anyway.
So I'm gonna move like 20 feet towards this like center back of the room.
All right. So like that way.
Yeah, I just kind of want to spread us out a little bit so we're not lined up.
Fair enough.
Also, I volunteer to play Kyrus or Alex.
Oh, you know what? I think I'm good. I think I'm gonna cover them. But thank you though.
Okie doke. All right, that's my turn.
All right, that'll bring us to Silenos. Silenos, what's the play?
How far is that
Oh, you're over here.
stalagmite
There you
in
are.
front of me?
This guy is 20 feet, thereabouts.
How does jumping work?
Jumping, long jump and high jump, I guess, at the same time. Move 10 plus feet, which means you just need to move one square and then jump. As for a long jump, the number of feet you can jump is up to your strength score, so the large number of your strength, not the smaller one. When you make a standing long jump without getting the running start, you can only leap half that distance.
Okay, no problem. If I move to the stone to my left currently, do I have
Okay.
line of sight on them still?
Let's find out. Let's get real POV about it.
As well, so why
If you move to that one, you're a sharpshooter, so you're good. Yeah, you'll get him.
okay. Yeah, I'll jump to that next pillar and I'll pepper one of them up.
What's
I'm gonna
your
do it.
strength score?
Score is 13, and I do have mirthful leaps where I can add a d8.
All right. The jump is small enough. I'm gonna say that you're fine for there to there. But if you wanted to jump to the center stalagmite, yeah, I'd require that leap. But you're good for now.
Yeah, I didn't think I would be able to do it with the standing. That's all good.
Yeah.
Okay. I will just pepper up one of them. I'll do a bonus action, Hunter's Mark, first.
Okay. Which one do you want? The more damaged one or the other one?
The other one. As Thalia kind of does that, I'm gonna go for the next one. That's least hurt.
Got it. Okay. Hunter's mark is up. A little green mark, a little green X floats above its head. Very video game like.
Yeah, and I'll take 3 shots at him. So I'll do sharpshooter first.
Go for it.
17 minus 5 is 12. Can I precision on that, or is that before?
Sure.
Yeah, okay. I'll use this purity die for that. D8. Oh man, 14 to hit.
40 just hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Nice.
Good job,
And
Jack.
so
Good
what
job.
does Holy Weapon do?
Extra 2d8.
Okay.
Well, that's a good
Rating.
point. I think my guy was glowing with a holy weapon while he was in stealth. But it's too late now. It doesn't matter. But going forward, yeah, keep in mind. My holy weapon people emit a 30-foot light, a 30-foot by 30-foot bright light as their weapon is holy weaponed. But don't worry about it. So 2d8. Throw an extra 2d8 on there.
Okay. So with sharpshooter, precision, hunter's mark, and dread ambusher, that will be
A lot.
so 10, 31, 38 damage.
38 total damage. You blast him for 38 damage. It strikes into him and fucking explodes in a radiant blast, and it sort of bashes its back against the wall. It is bloodied.
All right, another sharpshooter.
Go for it.
19 18 minus 5, 14. Just hits.
14 just hits.
$27 damage.
27 damage. Another sharpshooter shot. Last one.
Yep, last attack. Again,
Go
sharpshooter.
for it.
23 to hit.
3 hits. Go ahead and roll damage. Oh shit.
32. Wait, hold on.
32 damage.
I'm talking about.
Sounds like a lot.
Yeah, no, that's wrong. 22, sorry.
22, no problem. You blast him again for 22. He's looking very hurt as these 3 arrows sink into him, ambushed, unprepared. Well done.
That'll be all.
That'll be all. A note that I forgot to speak of. Thalia, though they seemed fairly susceptible and like they took extra damage from the lightning, their bodies still, I don't really understand why, but it's the creature that was made. They seem resistant to the lightning damage. However, it did seem to rock their nervous system. So, they only took half damage.
Oh, so they're resistant to lightning, but
They seem to be resistant to lightning. However, the shock seemed to have other effects on them at the same time.
okay. All right.
Yep. All right. Is there anything else, Silenos? Okie dokie, Gyasi. What's the play?
Okay.
Look fairly confused, slowed down. So I'll just let you guys know what exactly happened with the shock susceptibility. So they seem to be like their joints aren't working so well, so their speed is halved. And it also seems that they're moving a little slow, so their legs are hurting a little bit. They have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws now.
Okay.
All right, what'd you like to do? You were in stealth still.
Well, let's sneak up on one of the closest ones. What's my distance to target?
From your current position, the closest one is, we're going to call for 45 feet.
Okay, so
But you can
I'll have
closer.
if I use feline agility, I've got 80, so that's plenty enough to get me to where I need to go. Even if I take
All
the
right,
long route to get there.
Got it. You want to take the long route?
As long as it's within 80, yeah, I might as well.
Yeah, I did a kind of loose one, but we can make it better. So it's 70 feet. You can get right up to the ledge behind it in melee.
Perfect.
Okay, you dash around in the shadows on the top ledge. Nobody able to track you in this moment. You get it right behind it where it's not looking, and
We're gonna give him the whole shebang.
the whole shebang.
I got a brand new bonded short sword, so let's put it to use.
All right.
That's a 17 to hit.
17 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Bear with me here 1 second.
No worries.
Okay, well, we'll just do it the hard way. Okay, that will be 9 piercing, 30 sneak attack. But I'm not done. There's more.
But wait, there's more. You gonna boom?
Oh, yeah. And 13 points of thunder damage.
Okay, that's a bloodied creature, and it is shimmering with thunderous energy.
And for my I will take my last 10 feet worth of movement and move away from the creature in question.
Okay.
And then
Let's. Well, but before you do, do you have mobile?
I have mobile.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, okay.
And for my bonus action, I'm gonna pull the darkness into my offhand, and a shadow blade is going to apparate.
Very cool. All right.
And that's move, action, bonus action. Yeah, that's pretty much everything in the tank.
Understood. Bringing us to our favorite NPC, Oculus Sand. Oh, what are we gonna do, Oculus? Hardly seems fair that everyone has all of these cool, magical, super special swords, and I don't get anything, but that's okay. And he will. What's he gonna do? How can we get advantage here? We want advantage. We want it so bad. He's gonna hop up here. He is going to. Who could hear you as advantage? Oh, he'll give it to Thalia because he's charmed by Thalia right now. Thalia, fate seems to have been twisted in your direction today. Per Oculus's cleverness bonus action, you will have advantage on your next attack roll or ability check.
Okay, cool.
But only until the start of his next turn. And then he's going to hold his action to pull back. He basically takes a little vial out of his pocket. He quickly dips an arrow in it. He draws his longbow, and he's going to hold his action. That's going to bring us to Ouroboros. What would you like to do?
All right, I got some questions.
All right.
How tall are these creatures?
Huge.
Huge. Okay.
They fucking huge, boy.
So, also, I'll also want to bring up the thing with Hades. Do I need to roll?
The thing with Hades, do you need to roll? What does that mean? Oh, yeah. Roll me a death saving throw. Forgot about that. Thank you.
Yeah, I forgot about it too. For like the past 3 fights. Okay. That's just a D20, right?
Just a D20. You know what? Roll me 3. Triple disadvantage because you missed the last 3 fights for this. And I want cool shit to happen.
I understand. I'll send it to you.
Okay. You can just tell me. It's fine. We'll all understand in a second.
It's okay. I got 1, 2, 111, and 113.
Perfect. Okay, that's all I need to know. What level are you?
I am 14.
You're level 14. Okay, half a moment. Ooh. Oh. Give me a second. This is fun. All right. As you enter this combat, you're like, all right, it's fucking Ouroboros time. You go in there to get started, and your vision goes black in this moment, and you see, yo, we're gonna have a full moment here. Hang on, let me see if I got some dark, shady shit to put on.
Well, it's been fun, guys.
You, your vision goes black, and you feel yourself standing on the shore once more. You see the figure of the ferryman standing there with his this pole arm with a flaming tip. And behind him, sort of overshadowing the whole scene, you see the figure of Hades with his black helm over his head. He looks at you from the dark as you sit within his hand, and he says, "My brother spoke, and he gave you favoritism. But death is not something that you leave behind without paying a price. Do you understand?"
Yeah, yes, I understand. I just left. I just...
Tell your captain that it's time for him to pay his toll as well for the eyes that he stole. There will be a fox, a very smart fox, in the caverns ahead. He must take its life. And if you wish to survive Ouroboros, you must face death yet again. And his face the helmet sort of fades into shadow and shade. The skin melts off of Hades' face. His body melts away. His eye goes to go red before you and blaze with the fury of death that it has been cheated. And you open your eyes, but the face remains. The skull of Hades himself. Let's return to the cave.
Dude, you really need to layer off those mushrooms.
Yeah,
That's
know.
not good.
No, it's not. It's not good.
You have been very naughty, boy.
I knew that shit was coming. Is your sizing mod working again?
No. Pissing me off, but no. This is the closest thing I got to resemble what you're fighting in this moment. You see this skull, this like jagged skull of Hades remains with its blazing red eyes. And the skull of Hades enters initiative.
Can everybody see this, or just me?
Everyone can. Yeah, you guys are all fighting, and suddenly Ouroboros just sort of it's suddenly there. Like you blink and it's there. Like it was always there, but you hadn't seen it. It enters in initiative. It's gonna go just before Kuros, but after you, Ouroboros, you lucky guy. Let me change the music back to combat music. Okay, we're back. Ouroboros, you're like, all right, let's go. And then this vision happens, and as you come back to the cave, the skull remains from your vision before you, and it looks at you with anger, prepared to take your life. What do you do?
I answer with anger back. And as I do, I grow, and I grow, and I grow to the hugest size that you have ever seen me.
Ouroboros roars and grows, and his mass continues to move upward until he himself mountains over even these two giant monsters that you fight in this cave, and Ouroboros hulks over all who you've fought before other than Titans.
And I wield I wield the giant smasher.
Oh yeah, you whip out the giant smasher.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, brother. Hell
And,
yeah, brother.
Okay, and my reach is, I believe now like 15 feet.
Got it. I
I'll
will say in
verify.
this position, you are within 5 feet of the skull. Now that you're so goddamn big, you're in melee range of the skull and this monster. The other one is a little out of reach.
Okay. Yeah, 15 feet. And my elemental cleaver damage increases to 2d6. Cool.
What damage do you put on the giant smasher?
Let me.
Is it
look at
lightning? Is it thunder?
What would I perceive as the most damaging thing to this nightmare creature in front of me?
I don't know. What do you think would harm the skull of Hades himself?
Probably the lightning of my father. So lightning.
A crack of lightning shoots up the giant smasher, and your war club is now emulated with the power of your own father.
Right. Now, I smash. And I smash.
Now you smash.
Recklessly.
Reckless smash. Go for it.
Alright. Giant Slayer.
He can hit. He can hit. He can hit.
Okay. Alright, that'll be a 26 to hit.
That'll hit.
Sweet. So 1d12. That'll be 8. Fuck, what is my rage damage? 3. So
It's
8,
like
9,
3.
9, 10, 11. Then and 2d6 of lightning to turn it all into lightning. Plus 7 lightning damage. That'll be
Weapon as well.
Hmm?
Oh, he's got a holy weapon?
Oh, add a little 2d8 radiant on that bad boy. Oh yeah, that's some spicy shit.
Jesus Christ. All right, what's the full damage? Give me the grand total.
23.
23 damage. You go massive. Lightning fires up the side of your already wholly radiated giant smasher, and you bring it down in a reckless, mad swing onto Hades' own skull, and you crack it across his head. But it is still there. It is still coming at you.
Mm-hmm. I think I want to. Is it just floating?
Yep.
Like just the head?
No body, just a floating skull of like blazing red energy of death.
Got it. Can I try to throw it at the trolls?
You could certainly try.
Damn right.
How does that work?
I think like a baseball bat sort of deal. So I kind of.
I mean, mechanically.
Oh, mechanically? How big is it?
Yeah, what it would. It's a large head.
Oh, I could do mighty impel.
That is nothing you're saying means anything to me. Do I need to roll a dice, or do you need to roll an attack? What happens?
I got you. I just assume that you know these things, but you have like 17 fucking character to like think of. Okay.
More than 17, my friend. More than 17.
Yeah. Okay. So mighty impel. You need to roll a strength saving throw, I reckon.
Strength saving throw. How's 16?
That fails, if I'm not mistaken. What's my?
All right.
I don't really have a
So
save
you-
DC.
Okay, I'm gonna go look at your feature then.
Yeah. Okay, I got you. 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, I got an 18 strength save. So
18 strength save. Okay, so he fails for sure.
cool. And yeah, I'll just mighty impel him into the troll behind him.
Okay, you smash it over the head, and as it's reeling, it sort of floats up to sort of. You like stick your hand in its mouth and like shove your thumb into like the nose hole, and just like and just like toss it across the room. Which one are you throwing it at? The green one or the white one?
Let's do the green one.
All right. Yeah. So roll me an attack roll, I believe is how it works.
Is it?
Hurl both of your allies, your enemies. As a bonus action while raging, you choose a medium or smaller creature, but you can do the thing 30 feet of yourself. An unwilling creature must avoid the effect. If at the end of your movement your thrown creature isn't on the surface or liquid, the support of the creature falls, taking damage as normal and landing prone. So you're throwing it at this guy, right?
Mm-hmm. That doesn't even count as an attack, I just realized.
No, it counts as your bonus action.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just see if the hang on a second. My name Pell.
It changed with the level 14 Demiurgic Colossus feature.
Got it. Okay, so I'll tell you what. It's a 30-foot throw, so I'm gonna call it 3d6 damage to both of them.
Nice.
So treat it like fall damage.
Okay.
Okay. So if you want to throw it at the bad guy, why don't you make me a attack roll? Let's call it a strength plus proficiency. Call it like a improvised weapon.
Improvised weapon. Okay. So I'll just roll.
What's your proficiency?
Strength.
So proficiency plus strength, yeah.
Yeah. Strength. Yeah. Okay. 22 to hit.
22 will absolutely hit. Roll 3d6. I'll give you your strength modifier. I'll give you your rage damage. So it should be plus 8, if I'm not mistaken.
11, 14. You said you'll give me my strength. Okay.
Your
Yeah,
rage.
yeah.
Yeah.
So 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 damage.
Okay, 19 damage. You whip it at this guy, and this one's going to take 19 bludgeoning damage, and this guy's going to take 19 bludgeoning damage as well as they bash into each other. Incredible. Is there anything else you wish to do?
I'll close the distance. Actually, I have 15 feet, so is that 15 feet? Am I close enough to hit the trolls?
Yeah, you're close enough to hit the one with the green.
Okay, cool. Then I'll stand there and impose myself in front of my allies.
All right, go ahead and make your last attack. You have advantage.
You got it. This time it's gonna be towards the troll, so I'm kind of like whipping it from the left side, aiming for his abdomen region.
Got it. So you kind of throw it at him, it bashes off his body, and then in the moment of distraction, you come around and just smash him as hard as you can in the abdomen. Go ahead and roll damage.
Cool.
Or roll an attack.
That'll be 30.
30 will hit, roll damage.
All right. Do these count as giants?
No, these are monstrosities.
Okay. Oh, gotcha.
They big, but they monstrosities.
Cool. Okay. So that would be 18, 19, 20, 21. 21, 22, 23, 24. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. 32 damage to the troll.
32. Oh, You smash it, it bashes against the wall. You basically fold its fucking back across one of these like
Oof.
lower stalagmites, cracking the cave, and it's sort of it's barely standing, barely alive. Anything else?
Did you do
Uh,
melee weapon damage?
Yes, I did. I
Okay,
did.
cool. Just
Uh,
making sure. That's
yeah,
an
I think
expensive spell.
yeah, I think in this rage and seeing what he just saw, he just kind of goes a little primal in this instance and just kind of like roars at them louder than they roared at us.
Got it. The cave shakes as you let off the fury of Sparta, the fury of Olympus, and the fury of a son of Zeus, and the entire cave rattles thunderously with your call. Is there anything else?
Nope, that is my coin.
The head of Hades floats up into the air, 20 feet above you, and looks down at you and speaks in a tongue you do not understand. And you see energy form within its eyes, and it's going to fire 4 eye rays at you.
Son of a bitch.
Well, hell. Okay, first things first, I need a con save.
Con save. Okay. Can I use a luck charge from the Jewel of the Heroic Bond?
I believe someone's got to send that your way. You can't use it for yourself, if I'm not mistaken.
If you are wielding the jewel bonded item, you can call in its luck.
Let me check.
Mm-hmm.
To reroll an attack roll. Nope, that's fair. Yeah, go ahead.
Also, does that +1 already count in D&D Beyond, or do you have to add that yourself?
That's
It
the +1 is
counted
for saving throws.
Yeah, it counted for my saves and beyond for what it's
Okay.
worth.
Yeah,
Good to
that'll already account for your saving throws. Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
You can reroll with your luck point from your jewel.
Yeah, that wasn't good.
Did you
Also
bond? Did you
have-
did you pick the giant crusher as your thing?
No, but it's all my gauntlets that I'm always wearing.
Okay, yeah, the gauntlets are fine.
Ouroboros, you do have emboldening bond though,
Mm.
if you need it.
Okay, what's that, a D4?
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, so that's a 3. I'm looking at the same shit I rolled before. So 16.
16. 16 fails on the con save.
Get it.
As its eye fires down at you, Ouroboros, you find yourself emulated by it, and your whole body seizes in fear. You are paralyzed.
Mm.
Second ray. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Which
Oh,
he has
no.
advantage on because of the motivational speech.
Mm.
That's true. That's true.
Nice. Okay. Ooh. Okay, 16 with advantage.
That is a failure. You are charmed by the skull of Hades and know that, alas, you have cheated death and that you are wrong for it. Okay.
Want to see a
Don't
giant
worry about
get
the second
one
eye,
hit?
nothing happens. The last one, you fail automatically per your paralysis, as it fires from its mouth this burst of like purplish flame that shoots through you like a laser as it is going to hit you with a disintegration ray.
Oh my god. Can I? No, never mind.
Can you what?
I
Can
think
you
I'll be
what?
okay.
You're going to take 35 force damage as it blows a hole straight through your chest.
Not
I would
another
like
one.
to use my reaction to make an attack, please.
How are you doing
30.
that?
With the Jewel of the Heroic Bond, Vengeance, if you're willing a...
Vengeance. Yes, 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 yes. Go for it.
You said 32 or 37?
35.
35. Okay.
Can't go wrong with a little vengeance.
We'll do a second level inflict wounds distant casted.
High level plays. Okay.
it is.
Love it. It's like, oh, okay, sure, yeah. 26 will definitely hit. Go ahead and roll damage. Absolutely.
17.
It will take 17 necrotic damage. Well done. As you cast your hand out, the necrotic energy files across your hand, and you use your energy to push it forward across the room, and it hits the side of the creature, but it seems undeterred, its eyes locked on Ouroboros.
Can I crit fish? Because I have advantage on my next attack from Oculus.
Yeah, go for it. Crit fish.
Crit fish.
I love that term.
Oh.
Nope, no crit fish.
Okay.
Okay. And that's the end of its turn. That is going to bring us to... Yeah, I said he's focused on you, but it could be helpful. You know what? Yeah, he's going to... Hades is going to turn his head to... With the last eye that I rolled, he's not going to just waste it. He's going to turn it to... Who do we think will understand him? He's going to turn to Alex and fire his last eye ray at her. But Alex is going to succeed, so no need to worry there. All right, it's Kyros' turn. Kyros, his buddy, old pal, old friend is being hurt. We're going to save the son of Hercules. So he is going to take the backbiting spear. Well, the first thing he's going to do is going to run up beside Ouroboros to provide the phalanx cover. So you got a +2 to your AC.
Okay.
And he's going to just make 4 backbiting war spear attacks against the head. Your friend's very good with his spear, my friend. No pun intended. That's going to be a lot of damage. Nah, boy. That's gonna be 14 damage. He nat 20'd on the second one, hits him right in the fucking eye. That's gonna be 20 damage. And then that's going to be, the last one misses, but the third one hits. It's going to be 8 damage. All right, that's Kyros' turn. Alex is going to... Alex. Oh. She's going to cast Disintegrate at the big head. It's a little intense, I think, for such a battle. Yeah, it's a little intense. We're gonna pull that back. I think she's gonna try and finish off the frogs. She's gonna do a fireball. Stick with the classics. With a 20. I think we can hit all of them without hurting friends. Yeah, she sends off a fireball. They all need to make dex saves. The monsters have disadvantage, so they fail. Yep, they both definitely fail. And big floaty boy. Oh shit, he succeeds. Meets a pizza, he succeeds. Rat fireball. Sorry, that's my dice sound. I like the sanguine dice. Those are my dice. They're like the flesh dice. I think they're kind of fun. So that's that. Sorry about that. This one fully fucking eats the dust, dies. And this guy's got 30, it's gonna be 17 damage to the head. Ooh, now that I think of it, this guy would have taken half damage because he's resistant to fire. And that is Alex's turn, bringing us to this guy finally. He's really hurt, but he goes, he's going to turn around to you, Gyasi, because you're within arm's reach, I think. Yep, you're within arm's reach. He is going to target grapple if the target is huge or smaller. Okay. He's going to start with you, Gyasi, so we're going to send a tentacle your way. That's a natural 20. You are going to take 10, 16, that's going to be 20, that's going to be 22. You're going to take 46 points of bludgeoning damage and be grappled, Gyasi, as the tentacle wraps around you.
I'm gonna uncanny dodge that for half.
Fair enough. Can't blame you. So you, my friend, are grappled. He is going to send his other one over to you as he has a 20-foot range, Ouroboros. He's going to attack you now with his other tentacle.
Okay.
I rolled another nat 20.
Damn.
I'm gonna take a picture for posterity.
It's not true. He just wants me dead. Can't
I
you
hate
tell?
barbarians.
Can't
I've
you
never
fucking
killed a
tell?
barbarian. I want one.
Oh my
There,
god.
There. See,
Fucking terrified.
I want a barbarian so bad.
Already fucking killed me.
kill
What
it.
the fuck?
Oh yeah, I did, didn't I? Never mind. I'm happy. Okay, let's see. 3. That's gonna be
Fucking-
9. That's gonna be 12. That's gonna be.
Look at the shirt he's wearing. He planned this. All of this.
That's going to be 36 points of damage reduced to 18 damage because you're raging. But you are grappled by him in this moment.
Oh, because I
Quite
can't
literally held it
resist? Because I can't resist?
No,
Because I'm paralyzed?
it's part of the...
Oh,
fuck, I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm. I do a lot of grappling, so...
Well, yeah, I crit anyway. Attack rolls.
Yeah.
This creature have an advantage. Any creature... Well, you already... Okay. No, he'll just grapple you and hold on to your paralyzed body, and he'll hold on to Gyasi's paralyzed body. You're also goddamn far away. Okay. He's going to, I think, drag you closer, Gyasi. He's going to drag you closer to him. And then he's going to... First, he's going to send his... He's going to target one medium or smaller creature can see within 20 feet. The target was like... Oh, okay. He has to do this to pull you closer. So he's got you grappled. Actually, I gotta double check how grapple. I'm gonna just double check something.
I do this so often.
When you move, your grapple carry a grapple creature with you. Your speed is. Let's see, moving a grapple creature. When you move, your drag or carry grapples, your speed is half unless you're more sensitive. Your turn. Grappler. Some of the interpretation is grapples at the same position and relative. Okay, so he's got to reel you in. So he's gonna send his tongue at you, Gyasi. He's gonna throw his tongue at you. I need you to make a strength saving throw.
You have an emboldening bond if needed.
He's a little far away to get it.
20.
A 20 saves on the strength saving throw. Very good. The tongue shoots out, wraps around you, and you like grab onto a rock, and you're like, I'm not fucking going in! As its mouth is like wanting you to get closer, but you do not. Let's see, piercing out in the target as well. So he's like, oh, fuck, fine, I'll come to you. And he's going to, his reach is only 5 feet. His speed is halved, and he's grappling people, so it's halved again. Well, he doesn't need to, he can just march up to Ouroboros, maybe.
Hey, that's fantastic news. I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah, I know, the thunder. Well, he's stupid, so he doesn't know. He's going somewhere. Not to worry, he's going somewhere, but I don't know where. He's like, "Whoa, this sucks. I'm fucking getting my shit kicked in." He's gonna
18
move
thunder damage when he moves.
18 thunder damage. Good God. He's only got
Nice.
5 feet of movement though, because he's dragging another huge creature, and his speed is halved because of the shock susceptibility. So he's like, ugh. Thunder goes on. He's like, "Ah, it was a terrible mistake." He can't speak, but that's his internal dialogue. That is Thalia's turn. Oh, legendary action. The head of Hades is going to fire another eye ray at you, Ouroboros.
Well, shit, if some of our magic users would have used a counter spell, I wouldn't have to worry about this now, would I?
It's not a spell.
Does it look like a
Oh,
spell?
yeah.
It's
I forgot.
an ability.
This is what happens when a god winks at you.
Yeah.
It's funny you say that, Gyasi.
Isn't it like a beholder?
Because the god of death looks down at you after blasting a hole in you, and his eyes sort of like, the flames in his eyes go purple and fire these 2 beams at you, and you cannot get out of the way as he fires his death rays at you.
Omega beams.
That is 70 necrotic damage.
70.
Thus the name Death Ray. Okay, Thalia, it's your turn. You feel your soul being pulled out of your body back to Hades.
How does Ouroboros look?
Make a
Oh,
medicine check.
Oh,
Does that require my action?
This would be like an intuitive thing. So, free action.
Okay. I got a
22.
22.
Ouroboros, are you at half health, quarter health? Where are you, or less? Where are you at? Are you inches from the grave?
I am, I don't know what that fraction is.
Are you at half
I'm
health?
good. No,
Are
I'm
you
not
below
at
half health?
I'm above half health.
Oh, okay.
After
So he's-
70 holy shit.
Yeah, so he just got hurt pretty bad, but the constitution of Ouroboros is nothing to be sneezed at. He's doing just fine.
Legendary.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'm going to. So
The higher
I
the
can-
medicine check, the more precise a fraction you need to give Ouroboros. So I need an exact fraction of your health right now.
Oh, good to go. I'll just go on math way.
Down to a tenth at least. No, I'm kidding. Thalia, go ahead. Sorry.
I am going to cast heal at 7th level on
Ooh.
Ouroboros, so that's 80 points of healing. 80.
I believe isn't it 70?
But I'm casting at 7th level instead of 6th, so I get 10 more hit points.
All right. So okay, here's what we're gonna say. This is how I'm gonna make the drama of it. All right, we're gonna make it cooler. So Ouroboros, you're standing there, paralyzed, frozen in fear before the god of death, and as he tries to bring your soul back to Hades, he's about to open his mouth and literally swallow your soul away. You see the energy being fired forth, and Thalia, you're like, no! When you shoot forth this beam of holy light from your arm up your chest as your eyes flare, and the spell collides with Hades' death magic and completely neutralizes it.
Ooh, cool.
Ooh.
Love that.
How much do I heal for? 80?
80.
80
yeah.
80 heal.
Okay.
Big heals. And then
Big heals.
okay, and then I'll quicken cast a Toll the Dead
Okay.
and go for the remaining troll monster.
Got it.
So
Go.
it's a
I'll make a
wisdom.
wisdom save. He also looks better, by the way. The shock susceptibility is worn off. He rolls a 16.
Failure.
Oh man.
So it's 3d12. 21.
21. It will take that
21.
21 damage as this goes off and rattles its bones, and its flesh begins to start to heal off of its own body.
That's my turn.
Understood. Legendary action. Ouroboros. Oh my god. Disintegration ray coming your way.
Another one.
Another one. You're going to take 46 points of force damage as another beam blasts through your side. Silenos, it is your
Well,
turn.
hey.
What do you do? Well, hell.
Well, hell.
The one that I had originally hunter's marked is down, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Dead to hell.
Okay.
You can move it for free, I think.
Yeah, you get to move. Well, bonus action.
Oh,
Oh.
nice. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to, first of all, I was in action, cast flame arrows.
You
on
will
myself.
lose your hunter's mark though, as they're both concentration spells, I believe. Oh no, wait, you got the clasp, which lets you. Yeah.
I'm not planning on moving it yet, so
Cool. But yeah, flame arrows go off. Your quiver fills with flamed arrows. Very good.
okay. Actually, since I do have the clasp, and now I have both, I will actually use a bonus action to move the hunter's mark.
Understood. Hunter's mark is up.
All right, and then I will action surge and take my 2 attacks because
You haven't spent your action yet. Oh, is flame arrow an action?
flame arrow is an action, and I just realized I can't do 2 spells, so
But you've already so you're good though, because hunter's mark has already been cast. You're just giving it to somebody else. The casting's been complete. You're just moving it now.
okay.
You're not spending a spell slot, so you're good. You can do both.
Okay, then yes. Sorry, I was just a little confused on that. Okay, then I
worries.
will do that. Keep the hunter's mark. Flame arrows is a action to cast, so I will action surge so that I can attack with it.
Go for it. Love it.
Okay, first attack, sharpshooter. That's a miss. I'm not gonna burn anything on it.
All right.
And then second attack again, I'll go for a sharpshooter.
Go for it.
22 minus 5, 17 to hit.
That'll hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
$39 damage.
39 damage. You fire your arrow. It shoots through this creature. It's resistant to fire, but it doesn't matter because you did way more than the health it has left. And it blasts through the middle of it, probably piercing in its heart, and it falls to the ground dead. And releases the 2 people. Also, he would have been dragged this way as it was running away. Okay, well done, Silenos. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Yeah, as long as I have line of sight on this other thing following Ouroboros, I'm fine for where I am. And that's everything, as long as I have line of sight.
Fantastic. All right, Gyasi, what's the play?
Let's see. Well, I'm gonna fly up to the head.
Alrighty then. How much speed you got? Dare I ask?
40.
All right. You'll get there in. If you want to be right here, we'll call it 35.
Sure. That'll do.
That'll do, donkey. All right. What next?
I'm gonna attack it with my primary hand with my bonded short sword.
Got it. If you want to dedicate an extra 5 feet, you can get a little higher and get bonus action, or you can get advantage on the flank. Or well, he's paralyzed right now, but
yeah,
so never
I
mind.
don't need it. I have a plan.
Got it.
You're about to
Never
see
mind.
the broken plan.
Understood.
16. But I'm probably close enough to Ouroboros to take the die 4 for embolden, though.
Correct.
AC 18.
You slam your dagger in as hard as you can, and it's a direct hit, but your dagger just barely scrapes off the side. Unfortunately, you just missed the AC.
Okay. I'll attack with the Shadow Blade as a bonus action.
All right, go for
and
it. Absolutely.
Since we're in shadowed space, I get to attack with advantage. That's why I wasn't worried about it.
Go for it. Go for it. You're certainly in shadowed space.
And that's an AC 25.
Well, actually, now that unfortunately you're not quite in shadowed space because of the holy weapon is making a lot of light.
Oh, man.
I know. Sorry.
Okay. I didn't realize that. In that case, can I retcon and actually take the extra 5 feet worth of movement? And I'll just apply it to the...
I would say yes, but the problem is he's paralyzed, so he's not like an active threat
to
be...
that's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, it's still a 45 to hit.
With advantage, though. So... I'll let you roll one more time, because it would be a straight roll, I believe, normally. So I'll let you roll one more time and see if that one hits.
Okay.
There you go. Go for it. Roll damage. You won't get sneak attack, unfortunately, though, as your ally's within 5 feet, but he's not a threat because he's not paralyzed.
8 points of psychic.
Because he's paralyzed. 8 points of psychic damage. It will take it. Well done. Anything else?
That's action, bonus action, move. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, understood. Occulos was holding an action this whole time, so I'm going to say he lets it off. But first, the Death Tyrant is going to take its... I mean, the Head of Hades is going to... Whoops! Is going to take his last legendary action. He's going to shoot at Ouroboros again. Why would I do this? Weighing in 300 pounds or less. So expect fully objects, it's just mechanics container. Okay, I know what he's gonna do. It exerts control over Ouroboros, and Ouroboros, though paralyzed, is suddenly he's lifted and turned sideways and then slammed into the ground. No damage, but he is laid prone in this moment. Now is Oculus's turn. And Occulus will have let off his held action the moment Gyasi showed up. He's going to do a longbow shot. That's going to be it's going to hit. It's going to be... Come on, brain. Do stuff. It's going to be 3 plus 4 is 7. And then he gets a little extra poison damage in there, which is 6, but unfortunately he's immune to poison, so it doesn't fucking matter. And we're going to get some sneak attack in there. It's 14. It's going to be an additional 15 damage on the Schnick attack. And then he is going to have his full turn. He is going to He's going to look at Ouroboros. I'm going to just put a little mute in there. He is going to look down at Ouroboros and sort of be like, "This is not looking good for you, my friend. That's not good." And he is going to give the he's going to give his faded cleverness, and Ouroboros is going to gain advantage on his next attack roll or ability check until the start of his next turn. And Occulos is going to take 2 more short bow shots. Both hit. He'll get some sneak attack in there. It's going to be another 9 damage and another 8 damage. Okay, chipping away. Very good. Ouroboros, it is your turn. Unfortunately, your turn is over because you are paralyzed, but at the end of your turn, you may make another Constitution saving throw to try and end it.
Very well. That'll be a 28.
You and pull yourself free from the grasp of Hades, but you are still prone. Hades is going to look down at you, and he's going to shoot 3 eye rays at you as you are prone beneath him.
Hit me.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
At advantage?
You have advantage because of danger sense.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ooh, that'll be a 19 on the die for a 23.
You see this beam of energy fire towards you. You roll out of the way. You see he's charging up this beam in his eyes again to try and pull your soul back to Hades. Make me another dexterity saving throw at advantage.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, that wasn't so good. 11.
The death ray is going to fire down upon you, my friend. And you are going to take 56 necrotic damage. And the last eye ray...
Ooh, finally down.
I need
below
another
half.
con save. Another con save as the paralysis ray comes down upon you. And as a reminder, you are charmed by the head.
What is that? What do I mean by that? Like
You cannot attack the charmer or target the charmer with harmful abilities or magical effects, and it has advantage on social interactions with you. So basically, you can't
Well.
hurt it because you're charmed by it.
well,
But I
hell.
still need that con save.
Con save, you got it.
As it says, cease your struggle.
That'll be a dirty 20.
Good. The paralysis ray fires down, but you will not be held again. All right. That is Kyros' turn. He says, "Fuck you!" And he throws the spear.
Hey, Brian. In that same breath, I'd like to get a little vengeance on as well.
Hell yeah, go for it.
Ooh la la.
Get your vengeance on.
I mean, we got it. We might as well use it.
Merci
Absolutely.
beaucoup.
That'll be a
Hey! God damn! Go for it.
Do it. Strike him down
Well,
as he struck your master.
It doesn't get all of the really good stuff.
No sneak attack, unfortunately. But that will be 11 plus the 6, so that will be 17 damage, I believe.
Yep.
Oh, Gyasi, how do you want to take out the head of Hades?
With vengeance.
Right through the top of the head, and
All
just
right.
watch the.
You're
It kind of do the the Witch King from
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
I
where
was
the
just thinking
head
that.
kind of implodes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You these rays are firing down. You know you need to do something, Gyasi, and you take your weapon, which has been bonded to the sacred gem, which holds the power of Nemesis within it, and you hear sort of within your ear, "Do not let this stand." And you swing the blade around, find yourself moving faster than you ever have before, and your blade sinks down into the head of Hades, and you turn it inside of the skull, and the skull, and yeah, definitely the bones begin to implode in on themselves, and it sort of wraps in on itself and implodes and vanishes from this plane of existence. Combat ceases as the dust settles. We're going to go to a break.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah. All right. Well, they
And
finally got me
I
below
love-
half.
I love that shit.
Yo, my new HP.
It's great in this
Crazy.
game, I gotta say. It's
Yeah.
so epic. The combat in this game, the flavor and everything.
Yeah, I
All
tell
right,
you,
I'll be
man.
back.
All right.
Eric, you know any good RGB software? Been trying to find something that I can kind of centralize everything instead of using Corsair and, you know.
Uh,
I was looking at Signal RGB. Signal, people have been saying is good.
I don't have a great deal of familiarity at this point to know what's good on the cutting edge for that sort of stuff. Because the plants I support really don't leverage it.
Yeah. No, no problem. I was just wondering even if like in personal use if you knew anything, but it's all good. Got everything up and running, so just been getting all the like base programs you need, security and that kind of stuff.
Uh, I think if I were using it, I would have an answer for you. Uh, because I've got some of the Philips smart lighting stuff already, so that's a platform that I would just try to re-leverage. Um, and I think you can. I think there's some some stuff that can be done with that, depending on what the hardware folks are doing. But that the software piece for Philips is called Hue, HUE. But I've already got smart lights like in the office. I've got another one
Got like
which
everything.
is well, I've got it just in my office because they're LEDs, but you can dial, just like everything else, you can
Tones
dial
is
between the colors and get what you want. I tend to run my side of the office blue. My wife prefers white, so uh, we do we do it that way. Uh, but I've also got another pod light for if there's a hurricane or something like that. Then we've got something that has got a pretty long battery life, and it throws an up light at other times. So, but it's nothing that I play with really.
yeah, exactly. I'm kind of just looking at it. It's not even that worried about it. Just
Yeah, I mean, if you like that sort of stuff, I will say the Philips Hue stuff. They
mhm.
have got a bunch of product for it. You can do strip lights, the whole shebang. So there is a bunch of stuff
Got
that can be done. So if you want to, mod it so it matches, if you've got like a lighted case or something like that that you want to try to sync with what you've got going on, then it can certainly be done that way.
gotcha.
I primarily have got it so my lights would go on and off in the office sort of on automatic, uh, and we could play with the lighting levels because I don't need that much
Yeah, gotcha.
because everything I'm working on is all backlit. So what do I need other lights for?
The Ouroboros, are you there?
Okay.
There's no.
I have no idea. That's not at all. Okay. You do. Nothing. Bye. And
I forgot you guys could hear. Sorry. I was jamming.
This is the longest break of my life.
I know. Ouroboros, are you there?
No, he said he'd be right back like forever ago. He's
Oh.
I tried telling you, but I don't think you heard me.
Math homework? Oh, no, that's you, Gyasi.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll get started without him. I mean, he just had a big RP moment, but whatever. We'll figure it out. Okay, let's get to it, guys. Yeah, it's been a bit of a break. Okay. The aftermath of this combat, you find yourself in this cavern, monsters defeated, but perhaps more on your mind. As only Ouroboros knows what that thing truly was. You all saw this monstrous skull single out Ouroboros and attempt to fucking death murder him. What do you do? I'll talk to him apparently. He's not here. What was that?
I was just gonna say to the party, we must have. Well, do we know it's of Hades?
No.
No. Okay.
It was a foreboding skull of death that just appeared all of a sudden and attacked Ouroboros.
Okay. Do you guys think these were, traps laid by the Dark Elves, or you think we just happened upon these monsters?
Well, pointing to the
I'm going to say, sorry, really quick. I'm going to say, just to help out the RP here, we're going to say as Ouroboros like loses his size and returns back, the fatigue of the stress of battle, or perhaps taking on this new form, he passes out. There. Sorry, proceed.
Well, then Thalia would try to heal him if he passes out. I know that's for off-table purposes more, but yeah, I guess Thalia will go tend Ouroboros instead.
Yeah, you could tend to him. Any healing you provide would heal him, but it's more of like yeah, he's passed out. He's not unconscious, if that makes sense. So healing won't bring him to consciousness until he's ready.
well, the two big green ugly things. I think we're getting fed. Uh, there are some tracks and some blood marks, like meat getting tossed into the pit here. Um, I'm thinking door guard is the job description. They're not that bright, but they will eat anything that comes nearby.
They make for a good guard dog. Um, can I listen for any, or kind of run a perimeter? I don't know, just to see if the noise from the combat like attracted anyone or anything.
Make a perception check. Go for it.
On that note, primeval awareness is what I was gonna do.
We'll just wait for Thalia.
Got a 21.
21. You listen. You don't hear the sound of any approaching creatures or other elements. You do, of course, see the pathway, that there only seems to really be one pathway out of this cavern, beyond, of course, going back the way you came. And that's the cavern passage past Silenos over there. So yeah, no, you don't sense anything. Primeval awareness. Let me go check out primeval awareness.
What did you say about the passage past Ouroboros?
The passage past Silenos
Or
over there,
Silenos?
over here. It seems to be the only way. It seems to be the only way, like out of this little cavern, other than going back. So the path does continue.
Oh, okay. Got it.
As for your primeval awareness, let's see here. I always need to look it up because it's got so much stuff. Okay, you sense if the following types of creatures are present within 1 mile of you. No aberrations, other than Thalia. No celestials, but her celestial nature is not fully into that creature type. No dragons. There are elementals. No fae. No undead, but there are fiends. So elementals and fiends are what you pick up.
Okay. Yeah, can I just glance down this little chasm and see if I can see anything? Just because I'm already right here. Kind of like looking to see if notice anything or listening.
Yeah, make a perception check. Go for it.
27.
You definitely notice that the water shallows. This definitely seemed to have like a significant dip in this cavern, but the water shallows to ankle to knee deep, perhaps at different places. Um, it's a little more narrow, a lot more stalagmites, stalactites. Um, it winds and turns, so you don't see very far down, but obviously the dim light that is coming through the hole in the ceiling begins to fade, and the corridor looks much more dark.
I'll
So,
go take a peek
a
because
little peek, see.
I can go above the water and I'll make myself invisible before I go peek. So
Got it. Cast invisibility. Make me a stealth check if that's what you plan to do.
that
And you
is
will just
my intent.
flutter. Fair enough.
That's a 29.
Yeah, you completely vanish and you go scouting. You're making your way down. It is luckily you have these devilish eyes, so you can see the path. These crystals aren't here. It is a dark and spooky path, so don't think that you're getting out that easy. I'm not going to delete them all, but anyway, it's a black, dark path. You proceed forward. It's a very thin, sort of narrow walkway, only about big enough for something about 5 foot. You do see that the ground, oh, that's a little bit much for just like a preliminary scout. And the path just continues. It just keeps going and going. I think if you keep following it, you're gonna come to over here. I'm just gonna sort of wind through. Over here, you start to see webbing, spider webbing. And like as you move through, you're invisible, so nothing sort of moves about. What's your passive perception?
Passive perception is a 20.
You see very, very still and nearly camouflaged into the walls naturally, lots of spiders. Nothing huge or unnaturally sized, but still big spiders. Nothing that you would want to get on your body. Just sort of sitting on the wall here and there. You see thick spider webbing becoming more and more apparent. Spiders here and there sort of crawling into crevices, um, becoming more apparent. The pathway continues to wind forth, and it just at that point begins to continue on. But yes, you do see a path through the spider webs. Seems to be the only way forward.
Uh,
A narrow passage to squeeze through.
I'll actually just message back. Uh, Way ahead is narrow and dark. It winds a good long way. Spiders ahead. Be careful.
Spiders.
We're
Oh,
looking for drow.
All right, so
So Ouroboros is not passed out anymore. We said that
sorry
you were
about that.
passed out, Ouroboros, because you were gone.
Yeah.
So as this message comes back from Gyasi, suddenly Ouroboros goes and wakes up. Ouroboros, you passed out from the strain of becoming a huge creature for the first time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, well, that was something. Uh,
Saya will, because she was tending to him, so she'll kind of like give like a frustrated like thump on his chest with a balled fist, and say, Ouroboros, stop making yourself a target. I I can only keep you alive for so long.
yeah, it's hard to do when you're 28 feet tall. I calculated that's how tall he actually gets.
That's huge. Per
Yes, it is.
um Thalia's thinking. She's musing. But then kind of comes back to herself. Um well, why was that thing going for you specifically?
Um, I suppose it's because when you all brought me back, I I angered Hades, so uh he put this mark on me, and then he'll kind of move his tunic, I guess, to where you can see like uh what did he have, like a bident or some shit like that, and he like stabbed me
I don't
in
think he
the
ever.
chest.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, so you have this like little two-pronged like mark that's like sort of purplish.
Hmm. He marked me and said I needed to pay my dues. So I think whenever I move into combat from here on forward, there's a chance of me either dying or one of those things coming after me. But now that I get that big, I mean, hopefully, I'll be able to make it a fair fight at least.
Wait, so your options are either you die outright or you have to fight one of those things?
I don't know. It was the first time. So I'm just as confused as you. But if every combat is going to start off like that,
You're gonna
You
have
don't
to
know
be
that necessarily, though.
sidelined.
yeah, he's just kind of like, if every time I fucking fight, that's kind of crazy.
Hasn't happened every time you fight.
True. Oh yeah, true. I guess for the last three,
This is
yeah.
the first time this has ever happened.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, but yeah, anytime I don't know what triggers it, so we just have to be cautious, me especially.
Well, when that skull is summoned, you put not only yourself but everyone else at risk.
I know. I mean, I'm not doing it of my own volition, obviously.
Well, of
Hell,
course.
I mean, maybe it's because I don't know, with me getting that big, it angers the gods or something. Because I don't know if y'all noticed, but that head, that was Hades.
I've met Hades and he didn't look like that.
Well, he said something to me, and then his face started melting, and from the dark of the underworld, I guess, I opened up my eyes here, and well, you all saw it.
Maybe Hades cursed you, and I think Alex just picked up a spell not too long ago that could help with that. Oh, look at Alex.
Because, oh, I don't have that today.
Okay, well, maybe
Top tier roleplay.
prepare it tomorrow. um, well, maybe you'll need to hang back Ouroboros while the rest of the party pick up your slack, and she'll give you a wink and start going to find Gyasi.
As a reminder, Ouroboros, there was a message for Gyasi in that vision.
Right, I remember that, but he's not
I just
here,
want to make
right?
sure. No, he's not. I just wanted to make sure. Just want to
Okay.
make sure.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
that's all.
yeah. Okay, yeah. I'll do that then. Uh, oh, and before his face all went melty and stuff, Hades did have a message for Gyasi. I'm sure that you can, send something to him wherever he is. Is he here? I can never tell, honestly.
Yeah, he disappeared through there, and she'll kind of like point
Okay.
where he presumably went. And sure, I'll try to message him.
Okay.
What was it?
Um, Hades said that it's time for him to pay his debt as well. He needs to pay the debt for the eyes he stole. Uh, and he also said something about there would be a smart fox along the way that he would have to kill if he was to be saved or something like that.
Are you sure that's what he said?
I promise. Ryan, is that right?
He said that he had to. He essentially he had to kill. There would be a very smart fox that Gyasi would have to send back to Hades to kill him, to pay his debt for the eyes he stole. So yes, that was basically kind of.
Okay, so I'll telephone that to
Barbarian
Gyasi.
paraphrase.
Yeah.
Also, any chance you can squish those spiders yourself? If you really need us, I suppose we could come help, but you know how I feel about spiders.
Got bad news for you.
Gyasi's response is, I'm gonna try to pick my way down the tunnel, but if you work your way up and you really don't want to deal with the spiders, one of those fireball things will probably solve the problem.
Okay,
But you won't be hidden when you do it that way.
that's fair. These two weapons of Gyasi, or sorry, Xanos and Ouroboros are glowy anyway. Yeah, I'll encourage the party to follow Gyasi then.
Did you send him the message?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yeah, she telephoned it.
Got it. All right. I mean, I'm doing pretty good now, but a little bit less than half.
A little bit less than oh, is this your way of asking me for more healing? And she'll put her hands on her hips and give him a look.
I thought we had an understanding. Uh, I get low. Anyone gets low, you send out a little healing thing. Whatever. I shouldn't assume. I guess. My fault.
I'll always heal you.
Oh.
Fourth
You know,
level cure wounds.
the next step is holding hands.
We're not at first base yet. Okay.
Is that first base?
I don't know what
Holding
first
hands.
base is.
Does anyone know?
Did you ever go to high school?
Oh,
I always go to like third, and then never farther.
I'm gonna spend a sorcery point to reroll the 1 and 3. Cool. 12, 24, 29. 29 heals.
Top
Ooh.
notch.
Did you say that's not much?
No, I said top notch.
Oh, I was like, excuse you.
The fuck do you say? No, wait,
I didn't mean it.
I
Oh
would like to
man.
take it back.
But-
Oh jeez.
Oh man.
Oh, jeez, Rick.
Undo heal spell.
Undo heal. Yeah, counter
I think that's
spell,
called disintegrate. Under heal.
Yes.
I
Let's
don't know why she's mad at me, dude.
go.
All I said was it's not that much. It wasn't that much.
All I said was top notch. I don't know why. I don't know why she's mad at me. Okay, you guys easily enough will make your way through the corridor.
I'll
I don't
lead
think I'm
the
gonna. Okay, you lead the way. You find your way to where Gyasi's got himself.
If Ouroboros
trouble,
tries
or-
to lead the way, I'm gonna put my arm in front of him like a mom seatbelt. Be like, I don't think so. You have Hades after you. And Thea will turn her nose up and lead the way.
I look back to
Hey,
Silenos.
Ouroboros, what's your passive perception?
Oh, I got you. Passive perception is a 16.
As Thalia mom seatbelts you, you notice that there's a she has a new tattoo on her arm. Like all across her forearm, not unsimilar to what Leonis has, is this long string of myrtle flowers with a clamshell in the middle.
Mm. And I know that Leonis has the same tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay. I see.
And then Thalia leads the way.
Yeah. Oh, I kind of look over to Silenos as we're like making our way. I'm like, didn't she just say that she didn't want to be close to the spiders?
Yeah, I don't like them either. To be quite honest. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, I don't know.
Gloomstalker Ranger.
Yeah, what am I supposed to say, bro?
I'm scared of the
Spiders
dark.
are
Yeah.
freaky for
Yeah,
everyone.
she
It's okay.
doesn't like them. Like,
But I like you more than I dislike spiders, so.
That's so sweet.
Aww.
Tell your tattoo that.
Ooh, are you jealous? It looks good, doesn't it? And she'll like hold it out, kind of proud of
I
her.
did- No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Well, it does take some stamina and constitution to be able to sit through a tattoo. I understand why you wouldn't be able to handle it.
He just kind of like
She says as she looks up at the 8-foot tall son of Zeus, who can turn into a giant.
Yeah.
and his cheeks definitely are turning purple.
Aww.
Yeah, and I'll keep walking, I guess. And bantering.
Kyros is definitely looking at you, Ouroboros, like giving you the look of like you're whipped, basically.
I kind of like kick him, like as
He
I'm
doesn't
walking
Oh,
ahead.
what the fuck?
Just like, shut the fuck up, dude.
Are you like, I'm not understanding the dynamic of the relationship, if I'm being quite honest. Are you like, I don't know.
I don't fucking know, dude. Okay, I don't fucking know. It is what the fuck it
Figure it
is.
out. What is it with you and women? You're like, things just, I don't. Never
I've
mind.
only known brotherhood.
That's your problem. It all comes together now.
Oh, Ouroboros, I knew something about you. It's okay to just like only one. I mean, most people kind of just do whatever they want, but I've heard of people who only
Just
kind of
shut the
swing it one
fuck up.
way.
All right, just shut the fuck
And
up.
it's okay if you don't like women. I mean,
I said shut the fuck up.
okay, fuck, sorry.
I like kicked the fuck out of.
Roundhouse kick his ass. Fantastic. You guys easily make it through the tunnel to Gyasi. Gyasi, sort of floating there like a genie with his floaty boots.
Trying to get the
And you
other
guys
dude to
see this tight corridor with spider webs, and as the holy weapons and the light sort of begin to emanate the tunnel, to your disgust, Thalia, being at the front of the line, the entire room moves, just and they all sort of run down the crevices and cracks. These like tarantula-sized spiders, like it's like Australia in here.
Shit.
And you do see the corridor that Gyasi is referring to, which is um, about. You see that like there are spider webs in there, but it doesn't get like really tight and silky. There's like a 6 foot like canopy, or so. Sorry, let me restart the description. It is a tight squeeze, little crevasse in the wall, and there are spider webs and cobwebs that dangle off, but it isn't truly thick. The truly thick webbing is a canopy that starts at about 6 feet off of the initial floor. It definitely looks like someone could very easily have or can easily travel through this little squeeze space.
Trap. I think it's a trap. Spider trap. They're gonna drop spiders on us. Can I look for a trap?
Make an investigation check to try and spot a trap.
Mm,
How good is your investigation?
well,
Don't worry about it.
Ouroboros. I'm known for a lot of things and having talents in many areas.
Oh Lord.
Being intelligent is not one of them.
Would you
Oh.
like me to take a look?
Yeah, I would
mean-
love yes, please go look. I will help you. Yeah, and there's like an audible relief of Thalia not having to like take a closer look at these spiders.
Stick your head in the spider web crevice.
Yeah.
You
But
see anything?
I'll give Gyasi advantage though.
Okay.
Hold on a second. There we go. 27.
You look thoroughly down there. You're like, point your holy weapons in that direction and light up the tunnel. The spiders run across their webs away unhappily at the light. No sign of a trap.
It's gotta be a trap. Gotta be.
The spider webs that are actually like in the space that like you all would be making contact with, minus Ouroboros, who's like 2 feet taller than a normal person. Um, they're like, you've confronted like webbing and such that has like stuck you guys. That would be the canopy, sure, but anything in the actual crawl space that you would be sort of like shuffling through, it certainly isn't thick enough to even come close to grasping you. It would be like normal spider webbing in there, but lots of it.
Yeah, I'm not so sure, Gyasi. You're usually right about these things, but I think we found the right spot. Let's go get the Amazon so we can clear the spiders out, and we'll come in to help with the big bad guys. So, how's that for a plan?
Do we have
gotta
any
find them.
fire?
Yeah, I'm sure I got a
I still
torch.
have fire arrows.
Oh,
Light up the web.
yeah, just
And
go
I'll
ahead and shoot
just
that.
take the arrow and just kind of slice through, kind of using it as a knife.
Yeah, without too much, you just have to light certain places. You kind of start poking at it, and it very easily like sort of burns and misses it away. It's not a perfect system, but generally speaking, yeah, you start burning away the webs. Even the very, very thick webs at the very top fully ignite into like a large flame, but burn through it very quickly and start. There's still going to be like remnants of the webs, but generally speaking, the corridor becomes clear of webbing. At least thick webbing, anyway.
I'll go
Got it.
first and get rid of all of the rest of it. You'll be fine.
Okay, if you say so.
Have Ouroboros hold his club over your head. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Ouroboros is a simple man.
I'm just a simple man. I do the smash and get real big when I'm mad.
I just carry
Yeah,
this club around. I
I'll
don't use it much, but
This
I
is my
got it.
poking club.
I
I'll
don't use my
stealth
club
on up
much.
the spider corridor.
You stealth down the spider corridor. I'll just roll me another stealth check. Spiders don't want to be here no more.
25.
25. You make your way down the spider corridor. It only burns it all up to a certain degree, and then it doesn't sort of jump. So the webbing picks up again once you get a little ways down the corridor. And you see there's a left and a right, but both are heavily webbed. You look down the right, it seems to be a dead end down to the right. There's some bones over there, some humanoid looking bones, and then the left seems to make it continue. You see spiders crawling across the canopy above.
We'll go left.
All right, you go left, you do.
We're
Oh,
gonna go
Gyasi, you're
down.
such a brave soul. Bless his heart. All right, you get through. You don't die. Good job, buddy. Keep going. You keep going. As you get to here, passive perception.
20.
When you say. You get to about here, and you just barely notice something camouflaged against the stone in that corner over there. You see this worm-like entity, a long worm, just sort of completely still against the stone. Natural camouflage almost entirely concealing it, but your keen eyes just barely pick it up.
Okay. We're going to play telephone. The spider passageway goes forward, comes to a T. Hang a left at the T. It opens up. There's a pretty sizable worm-like thing. It looks like it's, I don't know, maybe as big around as, you know, my thigh or my torso. It's a little hard to see. It's pretty well camouflaged against the rock.
Spiders and worms. Okay. I'll tell the party and we'll follow along. At least I
Okay.
will.
Yep, Ellie, you make it like some webbing sort of like gets on your face as you're walking through, and then you get about to that T, and you see like the thick canopy opens up again. You see these large spiders about the size of your face, crawl along the top. Thick webbing seems to have mostly been pulled out of the way as Gyasi sort of made the way, probably. And you guys sort of pull through and catch up with Gyasi without issue.
Just a question.
Yes, sir.
Can I make a nature check to determine whether or not I would know if like spiders and like those kind of creatures, like insectoids, I guess, require dark vision or like see through dark vision?
Sure, make a nature check. Good question.
$13. Do I still have bardic
13.
inspiration or no?
I'm gonna say it's probably been.
Yeah. Well, all good if it's gone.
You know what? I'll say it's now that I think of it, it's probably coming off the tail end of it. So I'll say like you're at the last minute here. So go
Cool.
ahead. You got that D6.
Cool.
It's about 10 minutes since the battle.
Brings it to a 19.
19. Yeah, you're aware that most of these subterranean creatures will utilize dark vision. However, spiders, they have another sense. It's called web sense. And essentially, as long as they're in contact with the web, they can sort of feel if it is if something interferes with it. They can feel if a fly flies into it, or somebody pats it down, or somebody burns it up. So yeah, web sense. You
Cool.
can sort of feel it like a giant telephone network.
Yeah, as I have that realization, like just thinking about it, I'll like kind of get a shocked look on my face, and I'll turn to everyone and I'll say, they know we're here already.
Oh, of course they do. One of Cersei's big tricks or whatever is that she can see through her spider minions. I'm sure.
Oh yeah, we probably should have mentioned that. Sorry, new guys.
Cool.
Cersei or Arachne?
Arachne.
Oh, sorry,
Okay.
Arachne. Sorry, I said the wrong thing. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, she does that. It's creepy. She's peeping Tom.
Yeah, there was a time
Hey,
when we were really
sometimes
like,
sometimes there's good stuff when you peep through the window. Never mind.
Yeah, are we stealthing right now?
Didn't sound like it.
No, didn't think so. Okay.
Gyasi
I mean, we
was.
probably should.
So, Gyasi mentioned the worm. I'd like to casually look around for the worm, but hopefully not to not obviously looking, if that makes sense.
Make a stealth check and a perception check.
Okay. Stealth check. 8.
Your stealth check's at 8. Okay. You're like.
And I get a 22 perception.
So like, you know, when people are like, okay, don't look, but you see that girl over there? You're like. That was basically you. But you do see it as well. You see this sort of stony brown with elements of like earthy green in this long worm-like shape that almost perfectly disguises itself with the rocks. It's only, and then to be clear, it's not too big, but it is about the size of a man.
And it's just sitting there?
It's just sort of camouflaged against the rock, like maybe in like a chameleon on a branch or an octopus on the seafloor.
Okay. As we continue onward, I would like to kind of keep an eye on it so it doesn't try to fuck with us as we walk away.
Okay. You guys sort of walk by and everybody's sort of alerted to it, so there's no surprise round. But in that moment, it sort of like turns around, its face opens up into 4 tentacles with a beak, with pincers and section cups all across the 4 things, and it goes at all of you. And Kyros goes and just throws his spear and just fucking spears it to the wall and kills it. And then
Good
returns
man,
it.
Kyros. Good man. Yep.
Good job, buddy.
Yeah. You know, it's good to be reactive.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Did you just like scream?
did I just what? No.
Did you scream?
It was a war. No, it was a war cry.
It sounded a lot like a scream of terror to me.
It was a war cry. Ouroboros, don't. I'm a Spartan warrior. It was a Spartan war cry.
Oh my fucking god! Look behind you.
He just blue steel looks at you. No, wait, not blue steel. Fucking gold steel. Like that.
Blue steel.
He just like stares at you, just like whatever. He just keeps walking.
Okay, so let's continue to leapfrog. I'll
Okay.
head out in advance.
As you advance,
Sneaky.
you make your way down through the tunnel, up a couple of steps, and through the winding cave system. But eventually, The cave system opens up into a massive dark cavern lit by luminescent crystals and fungi that hang from the walls. A massive, massive cavern that houses a city.
The city.
You all find yourselves standing here. As you open up into the cavern, you see a massive city built between giant stalactites, and blackened buildings with webbing strung across it, statues of marble dedicated to Arachne. Clearly a drow city. But the cavern is silent. You could drop a pin and you would hear it. It's like a ghost city, perhaps. And that's where we're going to end the session.
Oh, man. Does it look recently abandoned?
Can you say that again? My fucking shit cut out.
You'll find out next week if it's
What the
recently.
fuck?
Session's over.